All right, let's go ahead and start, nerds. Let's get this. Let me click a button. And hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you fine nerds doing on this Sunday Eve? I have had a good time. I've been doing a lot. I've actually been doing a lot of mini stuff today, which has been fun. This is not going to be what I'm painting today. But I've been working on some big-ass chunky terrain. I got these like big alien crab hive things, which are going to use to like cover up a lot of table space. I want to do it. I want to change the color of them a little bit, but like these could be functional for a tabletop thing. They're big ass scatter terrain. But hopefully you nerds are having a good time. Say hello to everybody. A thing on the YouTube side. Side 10. Just to make sure that that chat is working. I must have. Let me say hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Moss Dragon. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Zephyr. Hello, Werewolf Cass. Yeah, we're doing Turnip today. I'll show you what I'm working on soon. And hello, Mr. Jaquel. And hello, everyone else who might be lurking or chilling or whatever the fuck. So, today, there is a model called a Rootshrine in Turnip28. It is a big, chunky boy that's supposed to, like, manipulate panic tokens, which is sort of like the morale of the game. Turn up for what? We turn up for turnip. Also, this is the first time I'm trying the new lighting setup. I think overall things are pretty good. Like everything looks really crisp in this light, and the colors aren't as washed out. There's still probably a little bit of tweaking I can do. Ooh, there we go. There's still probably a little bit of tweaking I can do, but I feel like overall, like, you can actually see that like my hands are not just like pure neon white. They are like maybe a shade slightly warmer than that. I'm not gonna act like I'm tan, but like I do not blend in with like I've had some problems with the other lighting where I would just go like absolutely fucking radiant. But this setup is going good. I'm sure there's gonna be, like I said, I'm sure there's gonna be some like little tweaks I want to do for it, but otherwise, I am very jazzed about this. Like I'm basically a camera lens away from having like my optimal setup. I might eventually bring back one of the lights I moved out of the room to do like a side light to kind of eliminate, like you can say some shadows. They're not the biggest deal, but like that might be something that I can maybe tweak. But the idea for this, for my version of Rootshrine, is like there's this guy, the Baron. He's in a cart. There we go. He's in a cart. His cart is going to be pushed up this hill by these two chumpos, and it's going to make him look glorious and magnificent. There we go. Something like that. The goal today, at the very least, is I want to make it so that the cart and the dudes are done. The Baron might need some other tweaks, but I want to eventually just be able to be like, okay, the setup of this is here. Let's see. So there's like a couple of bits of this I want to work on. I also, this is a bunch of glue, insulation foam, spackle, and textured dirt, which makes this glorious hill. It's like relatively chunky. I don't know if what's a good way. Maybe if I like clink it. There we go. I'm hoping not to drop it ever, but I believe should it hit the ground, it should at least not fucking explode. A miniature crapper. Yeah, let's go. What for? May I ask for what purpose? I don't doubt you, and I'm sure there's like a couple of games that would make sense for. I'm just legitimately curious what you've made, for what purpose. All right, let's get these little stones going. What's up, Otto? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I've been working on some turnip stuff today, and I've been knocking shit over apparently. No, today was like one of those days where I got real inspired to do a bunch of just like off-stream work and stuff like that. Usually I do spend a lot of off-stream stuff doing more like the building process. Like I built some minis that are not ready to show. Basically they need to be primed and stuff like that. But like I finished a lot of Grail Thralls for Trench Crusade. And I was like, these guys could fit within Turnip28 if I made them a unit of melee fodder. But like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna need, what's it called? I am going to need 12 of them instead of 9. So I decided to just make 3 extras, but give them like a little bit of flair, like give them some weapons and stuff like that. So how you doing, Nintendo? How you doing? Oh yeah, no, this is, I mean, if we're talking about minis I own that could kill a person, I still think number 1 is Deathjack. Because Deathjack is very much a brick of tin and pewter and whatever the fuck. He's a chunky boy. He's a chunky boy for sure. This is relatively sturdy, but relatively lightweight. That's how you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, honestly, for a post-apocalyptic scatter terrain, like, are you doing like it's like this is not a test? I think no, it's not. Maybe it's not. This is not a test. I know that there's a Fallout miniature skirmish game right now. That there's a other Fallout skirmish game. I've heard a lot of people say I think it is. This is not a test. As like no, this is the one you actually want to play. This is the one that's had consistently good gameplay. Local man's EB. That's a fucking mood. That's a fucking mood. I'm gonna have the opposite problem. I'm running out of my sleepy time gummies tonight. Yeah, I saw you post them. It looked like the lad recovered pretty nicely from any build issues. So, good shit. Luckily, for the most part, fixing Gunpla isn't the worst. And then, like, I think the kind of general thing to like, if Gunpla fucks up, you'd be like, no, that's battle damage. It's cool, but yeah, I know you don't necessarily want battle damage on your like limited special edition model, but I think you recovered pretty good. Still got like a couple of I've been going through my backlog a little bit of stuff that I think I'm gathering like my Voton in a little box, and I'm like, I'm probably going to take this up to the local shop one of these days. Not that I'm expecting to get a lot from it. Also, how you doing, Iron of the Spoon? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on, this is going to be my Turnip28 Rootshrine. I'm trying to get this big boy ready to go, and then I'm going to, well, I think the cart is basically done, but I want to like glue it to the base, and I'll probably do some like put some dirt or I'm gonna put some sort of texture on here so that way it's like it looks like the wheels are dirty. I do not want pristine wheels on this. I'm pretty excited. Like, so initially when I did my Turnip28 armies, I had the idea of making two forces that would fight against each other for like a theoretical demo game. If whenever you play niche war games, the idea of having a demo army for someone else to play is very tempting. Now, does that happen? It depends. It really fucking depends, but like you still would like to have the idea. So like I made it two armies. One of them was going to be like my black garlic guys, which I've had a revived interest in working on. Like I've got some other stuff printing that I think will be good for that. And then also the Baron's Beat Brigade, which are supposed to be like the more vanilla ones, that led by the Baron, which is going to be, what's it called? Which is just going to be like the antagonistic demo force. I was like, I didn't make the Baron. There is no sculpting on here. Oh yeah, I can explain. So in Turnip28, you have different cults, which are effectively ways to customize your faction. They give you access to different units and stuff like that. One of those is called the Procession of Woe, and it replaces your Toph, aka your leader unit, with the Rootshrine. The big difference between the Rootshrine and a regular Toph is that the Rootshrine is much bigger, it's much sturdier, and it has a lot more in the way of melee attacks. Which is cool, but you generally don't want to have your guy in melee anyway. The big difference, though, is that as a sub-faction, it's all about manipulating panic tokens, which cause your enemies to retreat. Like, anything with a lot of panic tokens has a chance to retreat pretty hard. But this faction actually gives you a benefit. You get more melee attacks when you're full up with panic tokens. So do you get a little bit of like, do you want to give your guys fear? You want to give your own guys panic tokens? You would give them to your opponents so you could like chase them and run them down, stuff like that. Which route did you pick? These guys are just beets. The black garlic are garlic. I have a couple of other ones that I'm kind of like working on some ideas for that are less root vegetable based. Oh yeah, sorry. Assuming the ads are gone, I'm doing beets. They're expensive. Yeah, I think it's just because like Code Geass is like a culturally relevant work, but I think it's been a while. Like I know that like new series with the new, like we talked about, like the new Yaru lady is coming out, I guess. But besides that, there hasn't been a lot of Geass in a while. Stargrave Crew. I mean, that would also work too. How's how you doing, nobody? Welcome. Did it start already? Oh shit, nice. There we go. Yeah, there's like, I don't know if I call her Yaru. I don't know. I don't know what the best way to describe the new lady who's got like the, we talked about her before. Because a lot of people were going apeshit for her design. I cannot remember what her name is in the new Code Geass. I think I get to like the underside of these little like brick bits. Once I get them, these bricks aren't going to take a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, I guess it might have came out today. I'm so behind on when anything anime is ever out. It'll call the Mycon. I mean, there's options if you I can get you a link. I don't know if you need it, but Pato, I can get you a link to the rules. I got like a little command that makes getting the rules link pretty easy for me to fetch, like pretty trivially so, if you would like them. No, Matthew, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who's gonna see the underside? Part of me wants to say me, I will, but realistically, the true answer is my camera. Sometimes I've literally just done that where like a camera picks up some shit. There. Want that little bit of gray to mix in. Do I get like a brown that will kind of match that? I think this will work. Cypress brown. There you go. How you doing, Matthew? How you doing? I'm very behind on keeping track of anime these days. I'm so bad. There we go. Painting for the camera is a mood. It really is. It's like the thing is like there's times it's like if I don't like I'll like oh this model turned out pretty well, and then like I've had that where it's like I missed like a lens or something like that, and then when that lens gets like put on the screen, I'm like, oh shit, that would be nice to have. Cool. All right, I don't think I have the command on the YouTube side, so let me try this. What the fuck? Hold on. All right, there we go. I can just copy and paste that. All right, this is the official Google Drive of Turnip. I do not control this in any way whatsoever. This is just for the creator of the game who does this. He just has that as a drive ready to go. All right, so we're gonna let that dry a little bit. I think while I'm just waiting for things to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get... Oh no, I should probably start doing some dry brushing stuff. So I want to make the idea that these are all just like, they're just going up a hill and these are just like a bunch of roots sticking out. And I think the way I want to handle that is just like really dry brushing on layers. I think I'm gonna do this ivory tusk. Like I think I'm straight gonna go to like a kind of an off-white kind of dealio. Actually, no, I got a better color. Hold on. I'm gonna use this stone gray instead. I think I'm gonna dry brush with the stone gray and just kind of get it on there. This is an old paint. I need you to like not explode. Hold on, I might just need to sound this real quick. Hold on. Where's my paint sounder at? Oh, I guess I can just kind of like hit in with these little tweezers. I've been pretty lucky though for the most part. Me missing little areas for the camera have been like pretty fun. But yeah, I've used a processional well a couple of times in game. It's turned out pretty good, honestly. I've been using I have like a maggot with a gun on the back, which I kind of use as the base model for that. That's hello, James. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And hello, Rufus. How you doing? How you doing? Fruity elf my ass. You fucking wish. How you doing though? I am currently applying. I'm gonna be also pasta puffin. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? My plan right now is I'm going to apply this like gray to the root. The roots are going to bit of the brush there. These are just going to be a pain in the ass to get normally. So I think what I can do is just kind of like build them up with layers of just kind of like very light dry brushing. I think just give me one. Also, how you doing, Kogasa? Welcome. Work on your Death Dread. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Hello, Kogasa. How you doing? Holy shit, 3 fucking years. Let's go, my dude. How you doing? I also feel the passage of time very keenly for VTubing stuff. It's been fun, though. It's kind of weird, too, because, like... I don't know. There's been, like, a lot of, like, nostalgia and seeing how, like, people who have stuck around and have left in the VTubing scene. It's been neat. I'm still hella trucking because I love doing what I do, and I will continue to do this as long as that is like physically feasible for me to do. How you doing, Steve? Yeah, you did make it. You did make it. I haven't gone super hard today, so I basically painted the rocks on the Rootshrine, and I'm trying to like build up a kind of light gray and eventually I'm gonna move to more of like an off-white, like a kind of like stone gray into an off-white for these. I think will give me sort of what I want. Stretching my spine. Oh god. Kugos, I swear you're always on some point of just like exploding at all times. Definitely hang in there. Oh, speaking about also like dreads and orcs and stuff like that, we will be going back to the orc next week. Specifically, I waited a week because I think Squid said that some people were still kind of getting their stuff and should expect it by Friday. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give everybody a week just to kind of catch up and reassemble their stuff. When I paint red. Oh yeah, you probably got a decent amount of variety on that for like what you want to do. I could see getting lost in the sauce. Which so I'm going to reiterate once I get closer to the end, but next week is going to have a little bit of a weird schedule. Tuesday will still be fine. Wednesday will still be fine. Saturday, I'm going to be doing a painting stream because Sunday, I will actually be on, if you guys know famed rock VTuber and Zillow fan Geop, I will be on his channel. He's like, hey, Hal. Like, I've talked to Geop before. He's a very nice dude. He's like, hey, do you want to do some, like, Zillow nonsense with me? And I'm like, fuck yeah. I would have said yes anyway, but I did say that, like, could I request cursed basements? And he's like, yeah, we can do that. We do cursed basements all the time because as a tabletop nerd, I love me a basement. And then if we're gonna do like Jake Zillow stuff, I want to see weird. I want weird basements. You know, my body is ready for cursed basement nonsense. There we go. This looks like I was curious how this would turn out because like these are very like. There's a lot of like little like ropey bits that kind of make like getting some exact nonsense on here kind of hard to do. I think using this like the very loose dry brush that has like a lot of give has definitely been working for this. Well, like I said, we'll definitely go a brighter color. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, next week is going to be like kind of a weirder painting week than usual. Also, how are you doing, Nitrous? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, didn't I. All my Final Fantasy 14 news comes from VTubers, and I just like, they're like, I got kicked out and the server's huge, and I was like, oh yeah, no, apparently the servers went down, so now I know, and knowing's half the battle. I know so many things about a game I do not play. I'm glad everyone's having fun though, you know? I look upon everyone's fun, I'm like, this seems neat. Not for me. I'm much too busy to engage in an MMO these days, but I'm glad everyone's having a good time. Giving a Rayman child friend a lecture shop. That sounds about right. SpongeBob is one of those shows that if you think about it for a lot, there's a lot of like wild fucking shit in SpongeBob. Sip real quick. Oh yeah, no, that's like sitting through a queue that long sounds fucking rough. I want to do, there's like, I have like two kind of off-whites. I got, off-white, and I got one that's called like Elf Flesh. What one do I want to do? Elf Flesh or off-white. They're actually like basically the same. I think I'm going to do off-white. I think this will get me close to what I want. Hey, it's all good, Chieftain. You said you're EB, so have yourself a good sleep and take it easy, yo. Also, how to paint my Death Dread claws. Yeah, go for it. Like, I'm generally open for like if people want to like ask my opinions on paint stuff or whatever. Do whatever you want to do. I don't know exactly what the Death Dread looks off the top of my head, but I'm sure we could work something out. There we go. Everyone was oh yeah, I guess that would make sense that like if everyone got kicked out, then everyone would want to pop back in like immediately. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, the off-white was a good idea. Just kind of keep it, like, maybe a bit more towards the edge. This side one's going to be a little weird, but not too much. Oh. There we go. Okay. But yeah, no, I be doing good. Today was like, what, like, it's like, what is, like, every now and then I'll have a day where I, like, wake up pretty early. Paint both red, both yellow. I don't know exactly what it looks like on the top of my head, so if the details I suggest, I would actually say maybe do red, but dry brush it with a lead belcher so it looks like the tips are beginning to chip off. I think that would produce a cool effect if you did it that way. If that's something you feel comfortable doing it, I would say do that. Just like paint it red, do a very light dry brush, try to like hit up the edges of like the claws. And then if there's any, like, rivulets, maybe hit them up with the copper. The names of the armies. Like, when I'm doing the Lancer video. Eh? Oh, you mean, like, the West Marches thing. I don't know yet. I have just gotten a date to get some players through another Lancer one-shot, which was originally not going to be using this setting for this, but I think this would be easier to just be like, yo, don't worry about the Lancer setting. Just look up this little packet I'm going to give you. They're effectively just going to have them, like, test drive. There we go. I think this turned out pretty good for what I want. So in this case, I didn't want to add a little bit of a dry brush to the rest of it. For that, I'll probably do Steel Legion Drab. That's like my go-to. Oh, dry brushing is what I'm doing right now. So I can kind of explain that. So you take like a old brush. This fucks up brushes. So don't use a nice brush for it. Use like a flat brush or ideally a makeup brush. This is a makeup brush. What you do, and like there's a lot of tutorials of this online if like what I give doesn't give you exact info. I would consider a technique you need to know at some point. So the idea is you take this, I put like a little bit of paint on my palette, and you kind of want to like work it in there. It's very good. It's really handy. So the big thing though is you want to remove most of the paint. Like I use a little test board so I can test it out. But you want to wipe off the vast majority. Like you want to make it so that like when you are kind of moving it through your stuff, it is incredibly faint. Like this is why you want to wipe up a lot of this on here. Yeah, Artist Opus is honestly a great person for that. He does shill proprietary brushes, but they're very good. So I might need to go back and put a little bit more, but the idea is that like I can just lightly go. I can just lightly hit this up, and you'll see the raised areas are catching the paint. So like the little bits of like the dirt are actually beginning to get highlighted, but the deep recesses do not receive it. I'm going like pretty light. There we go. So that's like basically dry brush 101. Makeup sponges are useful, but I don't think you could dry brush with a sponge. I would recommend if you got like an old big flat brush, or like if you do like, I would also, oh fuck, I just realized I never hit enter on the turnip stuff. I'm sorry, hold on. Uh-oh, why is... YouTube is being incredibly dumb about me typing that in. There we go. Or did it just like double that up? Oh, I think I just doubled that up. That's my bad. Okay, ignore that second one. But yeah, you basically just need like an old brush or a makeup brush. Makeup brushes are nice because you can generally just get a set of makeup brushes for pretty cheap. Makeup brushes are not very expensive and they do a very good job. Like if you want something a little better, you could maybe get like an Artist Opus brush, but they're not necessary. They're like one of those things that like if you want like a little quality of life stuff, oh yeah, no problem. Like I said, I legitimately think like it's a very good technique, especially for like fur. Like anything with a bunch of little raised edges, texturing, stuff like that. I think that's a technique that every painter should learn. I like, some people like to use it, some people think it's like a noob crutch. That's seasoning to taste, but I would say it's also really good for like terrain at the very least. I think you should at least know how to do it. Strong recommend. Like I said, I'm using it a lot of dry brushing tonight because like could I personally sit down and edge highlight every little bit of this fucking shrine? Yes, but like even pros will be like, that's insane. That's gonna take you forever, and you'll probably get comparable skill just to doing what I'm doing. Like you'll basically be spending a lot of time just to like, it's like that one thing. It's like, think of all the effort they do to get a fraction of our power. It's like that, but real. You could do that. Yeah, like I consider exactly what Pato's saying. What I strongly recommend when you're dry brushing is just to put like, I always do it like, this is where I wear gloves so I could do like a little test and just be like, okay, I can see like very, very faint stuff on my hand. So that's like a good idea. That's a good way to figure out if I've gone too hardcore or not. Also, just gonna be very lazy on this and just use the same color for this just to kind of like highlight the rocks. I was thinking about doing like a light gray for those, but I kind of want them to look dirty anyway. There we go. Oh god, yeah, no, it's very good for, yeah, chainmail, ring mail, stuff like that's very, very good. That's also true, yeah. You can also dry brush a metallic over black, and that looks really nice as well. It saves you some metallic paint, but the nice thing is that like you'll effectively get the effect of like a dark metal. It's very, very good. I'm gonna real quick try to hit up the base. I always like having the black rims on my stuff. Go. There you go. So let's just get that. Let's just get this a little bit. This is such a big model. This is gonna be probably the biggest model I've directly done for Turnip itself, which is very fun. I enjoy this quite a bit. Goblin Creeper. I think Goblin Green has a time and a place, but I think it's specifically if you're going for like a retro Warhammer vibe. Which for Turnip, honestly, Turnip has a lot of DNA with retro Warhammer. What's up, Bebalil? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, no, I can see that for Megadubs being nice. Also too, because I've been doing a lot of package ordering lately, I'm building another hill. I'm building another hill. Actually, no, I would say more people are probably using Goblin Gring now than way back in the day. How you doing, Sir Nicholas? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, that's what I do for my Chaos Knights too. It's very handy for big metal models. Like that was a godsend doing that kind of thing. Goblin Gring is people. That would explain why it's very hard to get. Like whenever a YouTuber is like, here's a very good paint that mimics Goblin Gring perfectly, it sells out in like 0.3 microseconds. It's real unfortunate. How you doing, Nicholas? What's up, Raptor? How you doing? It is me, Elf Warhammer. I'm pretty transparent about it. I put Warhammer Vtuber, because, like, it's how people find me. I pay Warhammer stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it is absolutely for like SEO and just discovery purposes. Like if I don't put Warhammer Vtuber, I will get no hits and I will languish into nothingness. I do think Goblin Green is cool, and was how I paint rats. I will be painting rats this summer. Yeah, it is like this is actually very something funny. So the nice thing I really like about like there's a Warhammer there's a miniature painting podcast called Jugs that has like Peachy and Louis Sugden and Rob the Honest Wargamer. They talk about stuff. They do talk about a Warhammer effect where they're like, we like other games too. Because we no longer work at Games Workshop, we can talk about other games we like. But we distinctly noticed that if we put like a Space Marine in a thumbnail, we get way more hits. And I don't know if they have like quote unquote day jobs, but I think at least a couple of them do this full time. And it's like, yeah, it's like, do you want to eat? You're going to have to put a Space Marine in your fucking thumbnail. And even I think like MS Paints mentioned that like, yo, I was building a Malifaux table. But if I say instead that I'm doing a table that's good for Malifaux and Mordheim, people will check it out more just because that's just kind of what you do. I'm like, I get it. That makes total sense to me as somebody who's been into the hobby. Yeah, it's like that's how Rufus found me too. That's how a lot of people find me. It's just that's just how it is in this bitch of an earth. And he's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. I guess in this case it's a little more literal than usual, but you know what I mean. There we go. Let's get a little bit on that in there. Yeah, D&D too. Honestly, I'd probably get more hits on my Lancer stuff if like VTubers play D&D with mechs. I don't know if I'd quite go that far though. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that unless I was playing Dragon Mech, which like I think Lancer's a much better system, but I'm not gonna lie. If I could get a group together to play Dragon Mech, which is a D&D 3.0 third-party supplement for doing mech combat, I probably would. I do put my faces in the thumbnail. I don't do like like shocked faces. I just kind of cycle through a couple different pieces of art that I like, and sometimes I'll just use like my VTuber model directly. I did get a really cool. Did I show you guys that that new HAL commission I got from Skeb, where the guy actually uses traditional art? I can put that on screen real quick. It's a very nice one. Let me clear up some space. Let me remove this of the art, which is also very good. Yeah, let me put that on there. I don't have the artist on hand who did it, but it's very, very good. There we go. Yeah, this is done with fucking Copic pens. And the thing that cracks me up is every now and then, like, a Skeb artist will go above and beyond, and they will put in, what's it called? They will actually put in models I've worked on. These are the Grail Thralls I painted. And like, I haven't done it yet, but I do kind of want to go to the guy who sculpted these and be like, yo, you indirectly got fan art. Also, they did little Pinyo just chilling on my lap. It's really good shit. I usually, because like, I understand that mimic mode is a lot. I understand that mimic mode is a lot. So I'm like, you can do whatever form you want. Usually with the implication, it's like, don't feel bad if you just want to do L form. I get it. But they're like, no, we did that. And I was like, oh shit, nice. Can you dry brushing to make bloody or dried? Probably dried blood, but Yeah, probably. Yeah, usually there's a flick method for doing blood splatter. Do I have a surface for that? Hold on. I'm gonna try the thing real quick. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of. Actually, I need to get some burnt red anyway. Here we go. I'll go ahead and start painting these guys. These are the guys who are gonna be pushing the big guy up. Also, too, I think I got the zoom levels pretty good. Like, the zooms in closer, but I still think, like, the quality, I am very happy to wait. This is just adjusting some stuff and my new light setup. I think this looks so much better. Like, the lighting and everything just feels very, very crisp. Hold on, I need to grab a paper towel because this is kind of messy. There we go. So we're gonna get some of this paint on my palette. There we go. I have no problem. I like teach. I'm not like an expert by any means, but I consider myself like reasonably knowledgeable. So what you kind of do is you just get like a bunch of red paint on a bristle. I think you could just do like, I've seen some people blow onto it. Like they'll go like, or like maybe just like flick it. There we go. Flicking I think is a bit easier. If you do it like that, you kind of see how there's like these like little blood splatters. Like I could even just put like just for fun. I don't want to do it on this project, but you get the idea. You could do blood splatter that way. Yeah, I mean that's also something that's very nice about the miniature hobby is if you find something out, people are generally cool with sharing. I continue to take the story that basically I asked somebody like what rotator they use for their like YouTube Shorts stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, here's this one. Just like within a day, or like basically like pretty short time, like close enough that it felt instant. I was like, damn, that was fast. I'm just like, the video was kind of old too. I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Let's reapply. Let's apply a different layer of red on this bad boy. God, I think this guy, like, these are all older style. Like, these are some of my earliest turnip prints that they've been sitting in this, like, I think legitimately when I'm like, oh yeah, this project, like, getting the Baron painted has been, like, a year. I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think straight up this has been taking, like, a very hot minute. I've been learning a lot of things around this, though, so I think it's been worthwhile. And I don't feel too bad. And I think that general idea is, like, he was good for setting the color scheme of my army amongst other things. I don't feel like bad about it, but yeah, I will be excited to finally get the model that is the whole. I basically based the entire little turnip faction I'd paint on this guy, on the fucking Baron, and finally he'll be ready to actually hit the table. Hopefully he doesn't explode. Not that, I mean, I don't care if he explodes in the game. I just hope when I put the model in my my little box, that it doesn't just like break and shatter, which I don't think it will if I properly magnetize the base. This does have like a couple of like little magnet slots on there. You can see I 3D printed this base because fuck, you can't really get a base of quite that size with that much magnet space. Otherwise, I tend just to order my bases off of eBay because I find the convenience easier, and those are kind of made of like a sturdier plastic that looks nicer. So I'm like, okay, no, this is worth like the little couple of extra bucks and waiting time. I'm okay. I'm okay with spending money sometimes for something like that. But yeah. It's been, mini painting as a hobby has been good. There's like so many tutorials. Like I don't think, as far as I'm aware, that like the worst you get, and even then this is like a kind of a whatever gripe, is that sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, the thing you need is my proprietary thing. I'm at 3 brushes. Yo, let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Legitimately, makeup brushes are really, really good dry brushes. Like, it's like, even if you ever have to like go get some on your own, I think it'll still be worth. Bit that shoulder. He's got like a little metal chest plate that I just don't think ever gotten layering, but that'll be fine. We will touch that up now. I want to get him. I think the cart is basically good to go. I could maybe add a little bit of, like, I think I did like a really sloppy tripod. I think I could touch up some of these. I think I could touch up some of that. I was very much like, fuck it, whatever. We dry brush it on the cart. I think I can get a little bit more detail squeezed out of there. I didn't get like any back here. To be fair, some of this is just like I said. Hello, Porky Dorky. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let me shout you out. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Once I shout you out, I will get tricked. See if that worked. How you doing? Oh, fucking Warhammer 3. What were you playing? What were you playing? Well, hello everyone. If you do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Though today, I am painting some models for a game called Turnip28. I am painting my Rootshrine. It consists of this big... let me zoom out a little bit. I can give you kind of like a big overview. I got this big fucking hill. I got this rickety-ass cart that is going to go on the big fucking hill. I got this guy. Also, Toby Gomez. I'm beginning to see a pattern in the naming scheme. How you doing? How you doing? Let's move you around here. And Porky Dorky, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. Prockle took my lunch money and sent me here. Valid. It'd be like that sometimes. There we go. And then he's gonna sit here, and then he's gonna have his little chumpo dudes that are like pushing him up the hill, as one does. Okay, so yeah, that guy's got a breastplate that I just never saw before. This is a very, very old project. Let's say hello, a crazy hippie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm painting some Turnip28 lads and having a good old time. Hopefully your game was. What factions were you playing? How you doing, Tom Popo? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the 23 months of Prime. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. How you doing? How you doing? I am doing good myself. This is going. Today's been going good. I got a lot of hobbying done today. My new light setup is working pretty good. Oh boy, howdy, the light is hot. Also, hello, A Gaming, and just call me Aqua. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to the workshop. I have a feeling you want me to call you Aqua, but by law, I have to say your full name at first, and then I'll just call you Aqua from now on. I have to. But yeah, or I guess I'm rooting through. You could also have been a turnip pun now I think about it. God damn it. Either way, yippee, let's go. But yeah, this is a game called Turnip28, which is a game I enjoy quite a bit. I haven't played it in like 2 weeks. I think I just need to poke the Discord where I've been getting my games and be like, yo, when are we doing this next? But in the meantime, I've been getting a lot of models done for it, which feels great. Oh. And hello, Baxter. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm painting the grunts. The guys who are pushing this just big absolute fucking unit up the side of the hill. Which I don't think the absolute unit himself is going to get done today. My goal is just to get these chumpos ready to party. Because they have been sitting in a kind of purgatory state of needing just to get like a lot of layering. And also A Gaming 50. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Every now and then I like to go back to these like older projects I started. And then I still have like the Kingdom Death Dragon in a bucket in my kitchen with the paint just stripping off of him. It's such a big model. I had to buy 2 jugs of LA Totally Awesome. So I had enough within that bucket to submerge him alone. And it doesn't even fit all of him yet. I don't know when that's coming, when that project will become a thing. But I fucked up painting him many years ago, and I would like to change that. I would like to give him a proper shake, because he was my first Kingdom Death model that I got back in college when I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I'm going to make him a Legion of Everblight proxy. And I fucked up, but luckily not in like a real permanent way. But in the meantime, I do like Kingdom Death. I got the Kingdom Death box in Black Friday, and I've done nothing with it really, unfortunately. And a crazy hippie. Also, forgot you're 69. Nice. I got it for Black Friday, and I just have not touched it up. I've not really done anything with the box yet. I've been like a very little busy little lad with a lot of projects. I do want to, at the very least, sometime this year, I do want to at least get the Gorm painted, because I like the Gorm. I like the Gorm as like a hideous, like, lantern baby thing. Very good. There we go. You will be drying, and carts. Let's go back to the cart. I feel like the cart was like just about there, but there's like a couple little bits I could hit up. Let's see. Do I want to get a little bit on the bags? Do I want to get a little bit on? Okay, I think I know what to do. The roots have, like, these guys have like a couple of like little ropes that I just need to get like at least a little. There we go. That on there. The backside will not be visible. Yeah, I do think Kingdom Death is nice. Get a little bit on bag. Oh wait, why is some of this red? Uh-oh. Kind of just work that in. Actually, probably fine. I think there's like just like a little bit of metal, and then oh yeah, the little like top bit. I just need to get. I don't know what the proper color of leaves for these are, but I just kind of hit it with that, and that'll work out. I'm okay with the cart not being like the most detailed thing ever. There we go. Especially because eventually people are going to stare at his magnificent corpulence and be like, no, this is perfect. Nailed it. Also gotta get a little bit of metal on here. But yeah, I'm kind of doing also a thing now with Turnip too, where like one of the people in my group said that they were trying to build like one of every model for every cult. Because effectively Turnip is a game where you have like a core units that you use between armies, and then also each army will have like one unique unit, and like those usually have like maybe a couple of dudes in them. It's actually like not totally difficult to do everything. It's like if you ever see somebody who is starting Frostgrave. Some Frostgrave people like to have like one of every monster painted. I think it's a cool idea. I think I have kind of like, I've been seeing a lot of Frostgrave talk. It was a game that was kind of like a darling game for a while, and has sort of come back in shifts. I don't know what changed that. It legitimately might just be Peachy talking about it lately. Well, last week last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it's 2 weeks ago. I ran a Lancer one-shot with a couple of VTubers, and I got another in the docket. I'm a big fan of Necronica. That's just like a little system I enjoy greatly, even though it is a very... You have to have like very specific taste to enjoy Necronica, but I do love it to pieces. What's some other stuff I enjoy? Engine Heart, Blades in the Dark, Gamma World 7th edition, aka the one with all the fun cards and stuff like that. I enjoy all those. I have ran I ran a lot of games. I like TRPGs a lot. I like collecting them. Ryutama's a fun system. I do like Ryutama. My goal is that when I do stuff, I try to drag people kicking and screaming away from D&D 5e, which is like a fine system, but it's not one that excites me personally. I find 5e just incredibly like boring, and then like stifles a lot of really cool games that I enjoy. Oh yeah, no, you're gonna fit if that's the kind of stuff you're also on board on, you'll fit right in. You will fit right the fuck in. Let's get his hands. Let's get both their hands. Actually, no, let's get a little bit more in the red first while I'm doing some touch-ups. But yeah, no, I'm a big TRPG guy. I like probably I think my favorite TRPG thing is Veins of the Earth. I love Veins of the Earth so much. I haven't found like a real good excuse to run Veins of the Earth. Well, like run a thing with Veins of the Earth. But I'm a big fan of just Patrick Stewart stuff in general. Even if like finding a way to run them is a little tricky. Yeah, exactly, Pebble. Exactly. It would also be like if people assumed that white bread was the only bread, and like if you're like, what if I wanted sourdough? And they're like, what if I took white bread and put like, I don't know, like what if I took white bread and then I took this hammer and I just smashed it so I could like beat grains into it? You're like, could you just have like whole wheat bread? Like, no. I want to have like grains in my white bread. I was like, no, there's bread for that. They already make bread with grains in it, or with whole wheat. Like, no, I'm just gonna continue to add more and more whole wheat to my white bread specifically. It's like I am upset. I am so upset. Is there a new Lancer book coming out for a while? I have not looked in Lancer's release schedule. I spent last what's it called? Oh, grades. So no, I'm not making zombie bread. There you go. The most RPG concept of all time. You are a zombie baker. No. Good. That definitely sounds like a quirked up little itch.io game. Like it's kind of one of those things. It's like whenever they do those like big charity bundles, like you can get some good games in those charity bundles, but you get a lot of I made this game as part of a game jam and I give it away for free, but we put it in the bundle anyway so that it would say 500 games. And then you have to wade through 500 fucking games of just like, I made this in a game jam called the Bird Game Jam. The game is called You're a Bird. The premise is you're a bird. Stuff like that. Oh yeah, I do want the physical print. I do want to get, I have a pretty solid TRPG collection. I do like collecting physical books. Brad. There we go. So I'll still probably have to touch the site up with like another layer. At least it's got some layering now. Let me get this top bit real quick. There we go. Oh. A Crypt Keeper shit. A Graveyard Keeper. Oh yeah. I mean, you could basically work most premises. What's up, Bissolite? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm painting some little turnip lads. Okay, let's get you going. So the tricky thing is I want to be able to like, let's see. Do I just go ahead and glue the cart down? So that way I can then kind of like stuff the guys around the cart. I also need to figure out like, this is not meant for this type of base that I put it on. I think of like what is the optimal like angle for this. I'll work on that later. Let's go back to the flesh. I originally think I used just like a pink for this. The blood effect. No, don't do that. Be careful. Do not harm yourself for your arts. Actually, yeah, get a band-aid on that bad boy. Oh, let's go. Let's put you aside. And we'll have to hit up the gray in a bit. You're wearing gloves. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were making a quirky little joke that like you cut your finger. No, that totally works then. Carry on. To be fair, that would be the kind of little joke I would make. Like, so I cut my finger today and learned like a very fun blood technique. I think some people have painted with their blood. I know that's like not the weirdest thing in the world to have done. Because like I've heard stories about that for quite a while. I also know some people who've made some like really bitchin' terrain with bones. Like I don't know if it was like any of their bones. Like I swear I saw someone that's like somebody used like part of his skull in like a corn model. Like I think it's like the skull fragment had to be removed for surgery. And some people would find that gross. I would find that metal as shit, and I would totally be on board. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like if you survive like some sort of brain surgery and you have a fragment of your own skull, I'd be like, do what you want. Like who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna be the asshole that's like, I'm sorry, you can't use that model. It has your brain in there. Or, like, your skull in there. That's all good, Hippie. I do nerd shit basically 24/7. So, but, like, I stream multiple times a week, so I'm sure you'll be able to pop in whenever. Hey, have yourself a good night, yo. Yeah, blood does tend to dry brown. That is sort of the big thing. It's why, like, a lot of movies are bullshit. A lot of movies are bullshit. Blood dries brown. Just so you all know. So you're all aware. There's one of your guys. Oh, really? Like, was someone like a real hardcore corn dude? Fuck yeah, let's go. I don't know exactly the Warhammer scene where I'm at. I showed up for like a Warhammer demo day, and then I joined a Discord for like specifically like I've been playing more tabletop war games, but I've not played much Warhammer. It's weirdly just kind of a hassle. There's like so much like Discord nonsense. I gotta juggle for that. I just want to be like, yo, when is this? The level an alien beef bones and the smell. Oh, I would believe it. I would believe it. I still think the push-up world leader guy is bullshit. That story give active like I have a built-in like and everybody clapped radar pretty hard, and like that kind of story is just like no, that's not real. It's a fun internet story, but no, that's incredibly silly. I would like to imagine a better world where push-up corn guy's real. We don't live in a perfect world. Yeah, I guess it's fun. I would say it's fun to believe for the sake of just like it's like it's a more fun reality where that story is real, if that makes any sense. Get this. I do eventually want to build that up to a different color. We also get his little. There we go. Get his little. He's got these like little neck-bound turnips. This is like the most obvious. Like, hey, like. Turnip does have like 3D printable turnips, but I don't actually put those on my models a whole lot. Weirdly enough, I like turnip and I like the root vegetable theme, But I also don't ever, like, go super hardcore into the vegetable bits. Like, I'll build my armies around themes, and then, like, I'll make them infested, but I very rarely will ever go, like, oh, and then I need to put, like, extra radishes on this guy. Or poop paint nerd. I would much rather push up radish guy. Oh my god. If we're talking about cursed Warhammer players, like, I don't know if either of them are real. I do know, like, the guy that, like, would drill holes to make the anuses of his, what's it called? Is that a boot? A leg. Sounds so like a texture here. Like I think he's got like a bandage like right here-ish that I just never noticed until right now. Which I can fix. But yeah, I would much rather blood and push-ups. I would much rather that be real. I would absolutely much rather that be real. No contest. No contest. No contest. No contest. Oh. I suppose I just not gotten this guy's foot like ever. I think it is the nails are biting guy. Look at the lad. He's getting all done. These guys actually aren't like super complicated even in terms of like turnip models. I don't know why I waited so long to get them ready to party. And I think probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach the tufts to them, but like maybe in a bit. What's it called? Like basically I think I want to get them attached to the hill thing, and then I'm gonna attach the tufts because like even the Baron doesn't have a tuft on him. But I kind of want to make sure like wherever he's gonna be finally situated, we'll eventually get that love. How are you doing, Fred? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love the Quar. I really like the idea of the Quar. And one of these days I might get the box, because I think there's people near me that are into Quar. Or they keep coming up. They're like these like little funky anteater dudes that are going through their version setting of World War One. Not that like I guess World War One is hot right now, but like Quar are kind of their own different thing. Quar are a very unique creation. They've been around for a while. Let's see if I can. I think I have that up right now. Hold on. Let me kind of show you what some of their stuff looks like. Oh yeah, no, dry brushing's very legit. Now that you have discovered dry brushing, you're gonna unlock a lot of cool painting stuff. There you go. Let me get some Quar on the screen real quick. Hold on. I think unironically I was like reminded that Quar exists again. So I was just like, ooh. There we go. Let's get a good. Yeah, this is a better picture to you. So this is from, let's go. Oh, fuck off, WebP. Fuck off. Let me get the save. Let me fight the devil that is WebP. There we go. Get that up, and let me grab the guys. Let me grab the lads. There we go. So, yeah, Quar are just like... I kind of love it because it's played really straight. Like, these guys are fighting a governmental ideological war, but also they're goofy little Muppet Anteater people with, like, pretty... Like, as far as I'm aware, in Quar, there's, like, no magic, there's no super tech, it's just little Anteater guys living the best they can. There are like 12 people to my escalation. Oh god, that sounds... I misread that first as the opposite direction. I was gonna be like, fuck yeah, let's go. That sounds painful though. Hopefully things will recuperate. Yeah, take it easy though. Bye, Fred. Bye-bye. Readjust legs. And yeah, I think the Quar are very neat. I think they're a neat idea. Need a touch up. Yeah, there's a couple little metal areas I gotta get. I want to make sure I use my metal brush. I'm using my synthetic Monument Hobbies brush today, and it's been very, very good to me. I don't know why, like, it's one of those things, I don't know why I don't use it more. It's a very nice brush. Very, very handy for what I want to do. But... there we go. Such a fucking good brush. And he's got, he's got, okay, yeah, this guy's got, like, straight up, like, a breastplate that I just never know. I guess I just left it gray, or maybe, I don't know, got, like, a bit of a... do also like that this guy's got like a especially long schnoz helmet. I love it when the helmets get like a very exaggerated, just kind of like goofy metal nose. Maybe it just reminds me of Gonzo. Gonzo was one of my favorite Muppets growing up. I did like Gonzo quite a bit. I like Gonzo and I like Fozzie. Those were kind of like my two favorite Muppets. I had to look really close to see where that kind of like terminated at, and it's like right here, where that breastplate ends. I feel like you, buddy, had a little bit of I think it's this guy that just didn't have all the color on his head. Yeah. I think it's this one. That Waka Waka. Honestly, yeah, it's. Muppets used to be a much bigger part of my childhood. I don't know why I ended up getting a lot of like the Muppet videos and stuff like that. A big Muppet head as I was. I don't know. It's one of those things, just like Muppets were really popular, I guess, at one time, and I know they kind of had that like very short revival. I never watched that newer Muppet movie. There was that like newer-ish Muppet movie, and I think I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I do not believe I will like this Muppet movie. Yep. Hey, this guy's got like back suspenders. Like, what color do I want these to be? See if a dude wanted to be. Wasn't that the there's like I think that was a Weezer one. I think that was straight up a Weezer music video about Muppets. I think that's it. I think that's it. And Warhammer Day is Fate. Which were you were doing Death Guard, right? Yeah. I believe so. I do need to actually play a Warhammers. What one singular Warhammers would be ideal. At least once. So it's also funny just hearing people talk about, yeah, who won? Give us a scoop. Hello, we're living. It is the Weezer one. Okay, there we go. I want at least 76 hammers. Maybe more. How you doing, Horror? How you doing? I am working on the Rootshrine, which is this like big turnip hill centerpiece model thing. And I have been working on this project off and on for like a year, but the actual base was not constructed until recently-ish, which is why this project has actually kind of like made progress. Extra one. Oh, he also has a breastplate. It's just kind of hard to tell, like the sculpts. This actually, I believe, predates the actual Turnip28 models. How you doing, Madge? How you doing? It's a Gear Guts Orc Boss. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm working. Let me show everyone. I got some people coming in. Pretty crappy missions. Oh, that is a bummer. That is a bummer. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, we working on this big hill, which I did the dry brushing and the basing and like the little dry brushing on like the little little roots. This little wagon's gonna go on here like this way, and I'm working on getting these guys painted up so they can push the wagon so that this guy could sit into it and just be like fucking rad. PvPs. Oh really? I do like that you're bringing Poxwalkers. Fuck yeah, let's go. I mean, you could legitimately dry brush a lot. Like you could paint the Screaming Bell, what's it called? You could paint the Screaming Bell black and then dry brush a metallic on there, and it'd probably still look pretty good. The end result would still be probably pretty banging. There we go. He does have a breastplate on that I just missed. Really. Luckily, I like this. I like the coverage of this metal color quite a bit, so I can kind of just go in there. That fixed up. Probably need to repaint the turnips around that. Not that big of a... How you doing? No, you can do that. Also, how you doing, Duke? How you doing? Welcome. Working on your dwarf today. Wait. Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go. What are you printing out? I'm currently working on. If you saw the title and stuff, I'm working on a Rootshrine, which is pretty legit. Currently, this is the guy who's going to be pushing the shrine. You could. Oh yeah, you could probably dry brush on the copper too. Especially now that you know what dry brushing is, I would recommend experimenting a bunch to find out like how to use it in your way. Stuff like that. I think that'll work out. I used to love this world. Oh, God, I have mostly separated myself from Games Workshop colors. I love Warplock Bronze. Warplock Bronze is like the base component of a couple different skins I have. It's just such a good color. And I haven't quite found a replacement. Also, Quackadoodles, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the workshop. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am currently painting some turnip guys. It's going pretty good. There we go. And Mortark of Envy, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Called Legrog. Oh, yeah, the Grog dudes. Okay, I do have those kicking around. I've not done that. It's a bunny hop. Oh, yeah, the bunny rabbit hole, I think. Yeah, this is a song covered by Kanaton of Hololive fame. Okay, let's get a little bit more on the straps, especially now that I'm seeing like the back straps and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I've had no, this is a newer cover that I think happened because it got popular. And Panowega VT, thank you for the follow. Hey, I know who you are. Welcome to the Twitch side. How you doing? How you doing? I'm pretty much like between YouTube and Twitch, do whatever's more comfortable to you. But I appreciate getting a follow on both. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, I'm also actually pretty close to getting the 500 on YouTube. Very happy about it, considering I've done really no... I keep meaning to do more recorded content. I'm just like, where the fuck is the time to do recorded content? Jesus Christ. There we go. Yeah, might as well, yeah. What's up, Meister Miller? How you doing? I am doing well. I am working on some Turnip28 models, which is going very, very good. I love these quite a bit. It's been going pretty good. There we go. But yeah, no, things have been going pretty good. Oh, thank you for the hydrate stretch, by the way. I haven't had a drink in a hot fucking minute, so let me... Wait, hold on. There we go. And there we go. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Let me go. Ah, there we go. Ah, I got the water in me now. Yippee! Ah, there we go. I have returned back to normal now that I'm filled with liquid. Yeah, I need to paint my grogs too at some point. I got a couple of Turnip28 grogs just ready to party, and I've not touched them. Especially since I want to get like one of every list, I do need to get that in there. A bit of leakage. I think some of this will be touched up when I do like when I do like this. The thing is, like, this is a big model, so I'm a little iffy about doing streaking grime. But at the same time, I think the streaking grime would eventually look pretty good, so I might still go for it anyway. My voice is soothing. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have always kind of felt like I just had like a dork voice, but enough people have been like, no, how I actually really like your voice. I'm like, okay. I have come around on my own voice, so hell yeah. Glad you find me soothing. I like to do soothing things like paint horrible, disgusting little hideous creatures filled with mutation. For fun. I got a little bit of colors on his sides that I did not want. I think ideas I want to get the gray after I kind of touch up this red a little bit some more. I get the little like cufflinks, and I get everything. We're getting to the point where I can glue them to the cart soon, which is my goal. I also like my toggles as well, as I am a mimic elf. I be doing several things that your regular elf can't do. Oh yeah, I've done nothing with the backpack. Fuck. Oh yeah, I guess I'll just use... I'll be pretty lazy with the backpack, I think. I think I'm just gonna hit that with this, Oh no, that makes total sense. Like even outside of like VTubing and streaming, like even like my local hobby shop, people will like they have like little stations because people do like to hobby around other people. Like tabletop wargaming is a communal thing. Like, not that you can't do it solo. Like, I mean, there's solo games and like you can paint as a solo activity, but like it's pretty common to do like this kind of thing as a group. Sometimes like working with other people can like really up your motivation, or like it's just relaxing, you know? Stuff like that. You can't have a war without... I mean, you're right, which is very funny. It's funny to phrase it like that, but you are absolutely correct. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm pretty... I thought the backpack was gonna be more of a pain. Also gotta get this. There we go. I was jamming work on a PC, other people were hovering near me. Yeah, exactly. It's that nice little effect. I know I tried to go to my local shop one time to do something similar, but I think by the time I got there we just ended up playing games and I was like, no, this is fun. It's like I get plenty of hobbying done at home anyway, so I don't mind just playing people there. Hello, Rusty! Welcome everybody. Welcome. Hello, Rusty. Hello, Soviet 5 Low? Soviet Low? And hello, Mimic Chest. Welcome, everybody. Let me shout you to fuck out. I have to lean over to the side to my keyboard. Hold on. I typed that in. God damn it. I misspelled it. Ah. There we go. Oh, shit. How far in Monster Hunter World are you? How far are you in that? Also, hello, Dante Namikaze. Welcome, everyone. If you do not know me, I am Halbernath the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. I'm doing good. I'm currently working on this model. You can also see... I need to bring back... I have this, like, mini preview screen, which I've been very rusty. I need to bring that back into rotation. I'm currently working on this big... Oh, you're near the end. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Main story end or, like, Frostborn? Frostgrave? I don't know. I forget the expansion name at this point. I'm working on this big centerpiece model, which is going to have this weirdo being pushed in a cart up a hill. So let's set you aside, my dude. Trying to work on like the little grunt lads, and it's turning out pretty good. Why did I have the sash be a different color? This is an interesting question. I could have the sash. If the sash is red, it will blend into the clothes. Another color I could do for that. Okay, the Baron does have like a light gray. I can mix like a medium gray into it. Actually, that might be good. Let's just do a medium gray for their like little chest sash things. We can make that happen. Yeah, hopefully your hunting was pretty good. I've been having a lot of fun tonight doing some mini painting, as one does. So let me sound this bottle real quick. Hold on. Hey, there we go. But yeah, no, this Mimic is doing good. I've been doing a lot of hobbying today and working on some stuff. And did I do like a little bit of... I feel like I did some other VTuber adjacent prep things today, and I just do not recall what that was. Oh, this paint feels like it's hella chunky. Probably got to do like a real deep cling of this later. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. How's this brush? This is like my old dependable brush. I use this all the time, and it gets real fucked up. But it always like bounces back pretty well, which is why it is old dependable. Let's play a little bit. Hold on. Did not get like any of this little metallic bit like around here. Get that up. Hey, there we go. Yeah, to do also grind. How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'll be telling everyone about my old reliable brush, and let me tell ads to shut the fuck up. There we go. Let's try like this lighter gray. Oh, okay, no, there we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy about this. I'm not going to do a lot of shading stuff because I'm probably going to like stick to using the kind of streaking grime method to do a lot of that. Especially on these guys who are not going to be like the main focus. I think most of the highlighting will be on getting the limbs, like the hands and like the feet, and then like the little turnipy bits looking the way I want. I'm probably going to have to. Already beginning to use a lot of this gray, and it's like very flimsy. The logistics of a Mimic Elf. You can. I don't know how much I'll be able to say, but I'm willing to speak, willing to talk shop about being a hideous test tube freak of nature, as one does. As one does. I think we're all a hideous freak of nature deep down, though, like a philosophical way, not in a literal way so much. That's mostly me, but. There we go, lad. Still got. Oh god. Oh god, I guess maybe if I just get like real up in there. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. These poor tweezers of mine I just used like pretty heavily, so. And thank you. Oh yeah, no problem. Come on, buddy. Oh! Well, I got the paint out. Oh god, yeah, I need to get me some more gray. No, not mostly. As far as like when I get like a bit of a blast back, that didn't actually hit anything too bad. There we go. The best way I like to say it is like, imagine. Okay, this is the analogy I use to explain my existence. You know, like, if you go to Taco Bell and like you get like a burrito there, and you know that like technically what they sell claims to be ground beef in that burrito, but you know that there's like all kinds of additives and other shit in there. Imagine if you took an elf and you added Mimic as the additive to kind of create an elf. I am the Taco Bell sawdust ground beef of being an elf. It's not the most glamorous thing ever, but like, hey, if you want to make extra elves, it's slow to make an elf the old-fashioned way. So sometimes you gotta get a little creative. That's how I got bored in a lab. And then I was implanted a human family, so I would grow up and live up life. Having too much sand in their beef. Exactly. I am filled with the elven equivalent of sand. This is all like drippy pigment. There's like drippy water. There's like no pigment in this. This is a bummer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. I'll be able to make it in time to the shop. Usually, like when the place I play EDH at, like the group I play with, are like not that far from a shop, but because I have to go into the guild now, it's harder for me to actually go there. I'll let you dry naturally, buddy. I'm full of pocket sand. I used to have an infographic to explain my weird ass setup a lot more. I think this will have to do. Rinse this out. That's how you doing there, Elvin? How you doing? Welcome. I'm painting turnip lads. What's the elven version of sand? It's Mimic. It's like my hideous biology. How you doing? Get you some. There we go. Yeah, get your daily elf cards as well. You're doing good. Fuck yeah, let's go. I've also been doing good today. Let's say once again, I feel like it's like I say I do good most days. I think I generally do. I think weirdly enough, having a bunch of hobbies keeps me like relatively sane, even though all my hobbies are like hobbies for insane people, if that makes any sense. Like all my hobbies are just like ones that are insane. Not insane to have, but like are little slightly unhinged hobbies, but they do keep me going pretty well. So tell ads to fuck up. There we go. Thank you. Thank you ads for fucking off. There we go. Like there's like a little bit of his this cape that I just did. I'm gonna hit that up now. Yeah, Trey. Yeah, I think Trayson's got to figure it out. I have not gotten. I'm still kind of slowly working my way through the what's it called, Lords of Silence. I don't have anything. I haven't really listened to it much this week, but I still gotta be I think in the mood to listen to an audiobook. But I've been finding myself more in the mood for that than I have previously, which has been making reading it a lot easier. Or listening to it, I guess. I don't know the proper like if you consider listening to an audiobook or reading, because like I'm still doing like the mental imaging of reading. I just have a funky little British guy do a very silly, like, I don't think he's trying to go for a silly Russian accent for a lot of Death Guard, but he does kind of every now and then has like a kind of Russian-esque tone for some of the Death Guard guys, and it's like vaguely Russian and like sometimes it's like vaguely pirate. I'm like, these are choices. I don't hate them. I don't think they're bad choices even. It's just like, I would have, I don't know. I guess my ideal Death Guard voice would just be like disturbing gurgles though. So it's like, I don't even know if that's something anyone could realistically do in like a feasible manner. Yeah, audio reading works. Because even in the book, they're like, my voice box has long since fused with my Voxcaster. I cannot take my armor. Whenever I move, you can hear the gurgling of the sludge within my lungs. And it's like, I don't know how you're supposed to. I don't know how you would, like, translate that without heavily digitizing a voice. Which I'm sure some audiobooks do that, but I also wonder if, like, it would just make it incredibly hard to follow along with. I'm kind of glad that they didn't, but by the same token, like, I don't know. It's an odd... how you doing, Cthulhu-Chan? And hello, Commander Mittens. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's like an audiobook where everyone sounds heavily congested probably isn't, like, the greatest bit of listening material. I guess that would be the... Oh, hold on. It's a little... Yeah, dry brush doesn't really... There's, like, some little lingering bits on there. I have to touch that up a little bit. I guess that would be one of the benefits of just reading Lords of Silence, is you could just kind of imagine everyone doing a hideous gurgle. And, oh, Whiplash! Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing, everyone? Let me shout you the fuck out. There we go. What were you up to? What were you chatting about, nerds? Well, hello, everyone. If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety, and today I am currently working on a Turnip28 Rootshrine. So go figure. Oh, that's a bummer. I will not. There will be no funny gifts here unless somebody posts the boner skeleton sticker, but that will not be aimed at you. That'll be aimed at me. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. A lot of Monster Hunter today. I guess that makes sense. I guess the Monster Hunter World sequels got people jazzed. But yeah, I'm having a hideous big... It's a root shrine. It's like a leader unit thing. It's gonna have this guy being pushed up a hill while his two flunkies are trying to, like, move his massive fucking bulk. It's a fun model. I gotta get the dry brush back. I think I got a little bit too thick. The leg bit. Trying to dry brush my way. Let me zoom back in a little. I'm effectively trying to dry brush my way back to kind of like sick looking skin. Oh yeah, no, all the turnip models have great helmets. I love the helmets in the Turnip28 stuff. This is incredibly sloppy dry brush. It'll be fine. I'd probably like even do like a really watered down mix of this and kind of like maybe tweak it a bit. You could. Oh yeah, no, brushes can do quite a bit of detail. It's very nice. There's legitimately so many painting techniques, and then like that's not even getting into like adding like doing like enamel paints. Like enamel paints open up like a lot of really cool texturing and matte finishes and whatnot. There's this one guy straight up who I never considered this before, but like some of the grimdark people use hair. Like, not hair from, like, a real, like, person, but, like kind of like doll hair stuff with their minis. And it's like, on one hand, you're like, that sounds kind of gross even. But it's like in the same way if you see, like, stop-motion puppets and whatnot, and it kind of adds, like, a very neat look to it. Like, I have an example of this. Hold on. I think if I check on my bookmarks, I think I can find this reasonably quickly. Oh, yeah, I forgot I bookmarked Chocolate Ice Whiskey, which I am... As somebody who has horrible taste in liquor, that sounds amazing, and I would like to try some. There we go. Here we go. So this is like from the Grimdark Compendium people. Is it the hair thing or the chocolate mint whiskey that you're iffy about? But like, check this out. This is... I don't know what the base Skaven model for this, or how heavily kitbash it is, but it's like they use... It looks like a hideous, disgusting little rat in like a very like kind of like almost like a stop motion animation kind of way. I'm like I fuck with that really hard. That looks really really cool. I'm almost curious. Like maybe one of these days I might even pick up that volume so I could be like, how do you replicate that? Like how do you use that hair? I have another tutorial from them where they do show you how you use hair for a zombie, and it's mostly just kind of like that. Oh yeah, no, that's the idea. I very much of the school of thought that I like my minis to look gross and hideous. No, that's not everybody needs to do minis their way. There are people that do like a nice clean looking style, and they look really good. I just like mine to be horrible little critters. Like I would want to be afraid of my own armies if I was to ever see them. For me, that is the fun part. Also touch up his hands, which is kind of like I like Turnip for that, because like there's like a bit where it's like, yeah, you get the whimsy, you get the... Oh, okay, there we go. This is more like the dry brush level I was wanting to do on them legs. Messy paint on my maze like to show how long your boy's been fighting. Oh yeah, exactly too. Like I think G-Dubs kind of does that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh that's just gonna give. I love Mad God. I need to watch Mad God again. I watched Mad God when suffering from a horribly painful ear infection that kind of led to a fever. So I was basically watching that entire movie in like a horrible feverish state, which is probably ideal. Don't get me wrong. I would like to give it another go though, where I'm reasonably coherent. Hey, get some food though. Get some food. But yeah, there's like every now and then, like when you see like a Games Workshop, like the heavy metal style isn't bad, but it definitely like makes things look like fresh off the assembly line. Like I like them to look like they're fucked up. I like that they have been coming back from the battlefield that they've been fighting in, and they are not doing so great. Or they're doing great, but you can tell it was like a hard-won victory, I guess. Really touch up them feats. I might just want to switch from this dry brush. Why am I even using this one? Not like the smoothest brush I got. I guess at this point it's like sometimes I'll do things where it's like this is not a great brush to use, but I'm using it. I'm committed. It's happening now. I cannot stop it. I think if I just keep layering it. Oh yeah, it was absolutely experience. Because like I was only really able to handle 2 movies. I slept most of that time, not during the movie, when I was suffering from that ear infection. I watched that, and I watched Last Train to Busan when I was more coherent. Last Train to Busan fucks. That's a super cool zombie movie. I'm not even like I'm like whatever on zombie movies, but that was a cool zombie movie. But yeah, I waited for years for Mad God to come out, and it did. And then like you could only really watch it on like Shudder or whatever, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I could get a trial of Shudder during my illness time. I was like, okay, this is about the best time I'm gonna get to sit down and really watch a movie. There we go. All right, so we got him. He's a little. His legs are a little scrunklier than I'd like. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna take a little bit of ivory tusk. I'm gonna thin it down a reasonably big amount. This is like another color I use for like skin stuff. There we go. Make sure it's like really, really thinned out. I think if I can just kind of go like, yeah, there we go, there we go. I'm kind of blending it back. But yeah, no, like I agree that like the Skaven with hair does give me Mad God vibes in like a really, really cool way. I also when I did the I don't have them up right now, but when I finished off the turnip cult with like the guys with the cut off feet, they I don't know, that's a good cut. Hey, let me swoosh this. Oh no, they got. I need to like wipe that off a little bit. I'm just overthinking this too much. Yeah, there we go. Just get like a couple of like little. How you doing, Battle Pal? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm thinking hard about gross, hideous little lads. There we go. Oh, actually, no, this is a good idea. Get a little bit of extra details on the little neck turnips. Feet are a little rusty in a way that I'm not super jazzed about. But I imagine that'll get touched up. How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, no, I think, I don't know. I do kind of wonder if there's like an alternate universe where even when I was doing the War Machine days, like I didn't really do that kind of style for my Legion of Everblight just because I just don't think I knew how to do it like that. But I really like that style for like my mercenaries. I think even before I really knew how to properly convey like they have been severely battle damaged, before I really had a good way to sell that feeling, I do remember caking my guys in fucking mud, just like absolutely mud drenching those motherfuckers. That might have actually been like, if not the genesis of me painting the way I do now, but like kind of like a yearning for that kind of like messy battle-worn technique that I just didn't really, I just didn't have the experience to properly convey what I really wanted to do. Oh yeah, you could totally do that. You could do like patches of tuft. You could also get like, if you just want like a bunch of fabric, a prelude, exactly. if you just want like a bunch of fabric, you can actually go to like a Michael's and buy a bag of like teddy bear stuffing for a pretty good price. I got some for doing like little like smoke clouds or some terrain nonsense. I think you could actually do that to make like a very like, you could just rip off strands of that and use that to make kind of like Skaven fur. I could try that actually. Because like I am also getting the Skaven type box. By the way, I'm going to be like, as somebody who is currently doing a lot of like non-Warhammer stuff, because I like non-Warhammer games, I will absolutely be painting the fuck out of that Skaven type box. If you're like, is how going to paint the funny Skaven box? I absolutely am. That will absolutely 100% happen. That will be a thing that will happen. A little messier than I just kind of also keep layering this too. Like, I go for the hands, it's not too bad. Go. I just gotta keep just applying layers. I think I just gotta keep going until I really kind of hit this kind of color composition. Like, but yeah. I might even, sometimes I also do want to go back to like, I haven't found like a good opportunity to do it. Just like go back to some of my early War Machine models, like the ones I never finished painting, and just kind of give. I think I did that. I did that last time I did that when I went back to like my early like first army models. I want to say that was back in like, ooh, I don't know, like 2021, and I did like a much better job than I did like way the fuck back in the day. I did like a pretty decent job at it. What's Side Rats? How you doing? Welcome. I am working on some Turnip28 stuff and talking about it's me, the favorite elf. How you doing? I did like a little Bobby dance. It's fun to do. How you doing? There you go. Yeah, my little funky little gross disgusting lads. They're doing good. I'm trying to get like a good mix on how like I'm kind of making the feet a little streakier than I would like in a couple of spots. But I think I can kind of touch that up continuously. There we go. But yeah, let me see. We're talking about how I'm going to be painting all the rats come, what's it called? Come next month. Actually, I might even be next month. I don't know. I don't know when the Skaven box that's coming out, but it's going to be... Once again, hold on. I continue to look at this revamped setup, and I'm enjoying the ever-loving fuck out of it. I cannot get over how, like, the new lighting has been improving the quality of the visuals so much. I've been fucking blessed. Stuff like that. The fever. Oh, yeah. Oh, if you have a fever, yeah, definitely take it easy. Don't push yourself to watch my nerd ass, too. But if it does help, I will be continuing to paint for a while, so do not worry. Hang in there, yo. Hang in there. Oh shit, I just did not get that entire side of the backpack. Yeah, we're talking about how I'm going to be painting rats come... I think pre-orders are happening now, or they will be happening, like, next week. Fair point. Fair point. Do what you gotta do. Back doodly. There we go. Now the real question is I gotta figure out where on this bad boy, like where do I comfortably want to fit the cart? If I put it like up here, one of the wheels is always just going to be kind of like free floating. Because if I try to base it on fit, like I guess I could base it on like this wheel. That kind of like fits reasonably well. Ow. I think what I just need to do. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to attempt to glue this on. Come on, Gorilla Gel glue. I believe in you, buddy. Come on. I did that like scabbing technique for some models I worked on earlier. There we go. I think I'm probably due for like some glue restocking at Yield Workshop. I can go. That's. I think this gives me the optimal cart going up a hill experience. There we go. Sure, it'll be like a little touch up. This will be fine. All right. So then we got that, and then we glue him to here. There we go. Yeah, there's like a couple loose turnips, and it's gonna have this big boy on there, but he needs some additional work. I want to kind of get the rest of this glued on before I got like real deep into getting him done. I thought because he's the cherry on. Well, he's not cherry on. He's the focus, but you know. I think getting this done in a way that kind of like makes sense. But like, also maybe even like on the bottom of the foot as well. There we go. He's also got like he's just barely, the foot is just barely hitting the edge of this, which is actually kind of perfect. But it will glue soon. I could use this, I guess, if I grip it like this and I go get my drink. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Okay. He's on there. Oh shit, I need to dry brush the wood. What color did I use for the... I think I used buff. I got this color called buff that I use for everything. Where did I put it? Where's my buff at? No, there's my elf flesh. This is my dark yellow. That's my khaki. Khaki's kind of close. I think I can fake it with khaki. There we go. Like a little bit on there. I guess worst case, if there's like one piece of wood that looks slightly off. Use this old brush for a little bit of dry brush action. Let's get him. There we go. Come on, bud. Go more on there. This is kind of nice, though. I've been like, this has legitimately been sitting in my workshop for years. Like, I've been VTubing for so long, I do legitimately sometimes see projects I started on when I was still a V-Roid and be like, I never finished you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bud. My fleeting attention has turned to other projects. Maybe someday. I mean, because, like, that's also, like, a weird thing, too, like, the whole pile of shame, but also, there are legitimate, like, successful YouTubers who do Warhammer stuff. And what they do, what they literally will do is, like, oh, I bought this mini like 10 years ago, and I'm going to use it now. So I guess that's kind of when the whole cope about the pile of opportunity becomes real. Where it's just like, there are times where that does kind of actually become a thing and not just cope. Let's see. I need to do a dry fit before I do any real commits, because he's going to go like, actively like here. I get like the back of his foot. I can also like once I get them onto the base, I can kind of use that to like tweak things a little bit. I just get like the bottom of his thing and his back foot. I think I'll be good. And I figured to leave these guys from the pile of shame. I've done a couple of other models from the pile of shame, which is why I'm like, part of me, it's like, do I want to take these Voton models that I know I'm not going to do anything with? It's like, do I was excited for dwarf and then I was not excited for dwarf. Should I take that to the shop so somebody who is excited for dwarf could obtain dwarf? Or do I want to hold on to them until the need for dwarf comes back? The eternal struggle is real. Smoother a second ago. Prior to putting glue, I swore this hit relatively smooth. Oh, that's not too bad. What I need to do, though, is like take this little... There we go. I think some of them are going to need touched up eventually, but like... I actually... Oh, God. Putting them on the base really makes this look more like a diorama. Oh, shit. I just realized what I could do. I could just cover their feet in dirt. I could just cover their feet in dirt, and I don't have to worry about any fuck-ups I did. Oh, this is excellent. Alright, well, while this is drying, let's get to the big boy himself. Let's get to the fucking Baron. You. And hats. There we go. Yeah, hooray for the dirty boys. Go. Alright, Baron, what do we got to get you going? Alright, first of all, gold. Let's touch up this gold a little bit. I'm gonna use this newer gold I got, the Vallejo metal colored gold. It's a bit of a dimmer gold, but I think this other one was kind of a chunkier, older gold that I don't really use a lot anymore. I'm just gonna see what happens if I kind of do this layering between the two. Swoosh it on the palette. Go. He's also got like a little gold metal on there. There we go. Actually, using some Mark Marines. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, using models you will never use on bases is honestly a pretty sick move. I don't think my brain, usually since I have a 3D printer, I find a lot of times I'll just like 3D print chaff dudes. Like I have, what's it called? One Page Rules has plague demons, which are like, they're totally not Nurgle demons. And I've used those for a couple of turnip projects, but a big thing I did is for some of my Minotaurs, I will put some of those on their base because like there's kind of like a Minotaur Nurgle rivalry for some like gene. I think there's like a thing where like some Nurgle guys fucked up a lot of Minotaur gene seed. And not in a way that like makes mutations, as in like a way that like makes it totally unviable. So they've been kind of pissed about the whole thing. I like this subtler gold, but like on top of the older gold. Yeah, I might have to start like layering both, because I think putting them both on the same model is like on the same surface is a cool move. There we go. Back here. I think my plan for this guy is I'm going to hit the shirt again, and then the jacket, and then a couple of other things. Not like... There we go. Oh yeah. Post it when you think you're ready for him. Post it whenever. Post work in progress. Post stuff you're like done with. Whatever you want to do. I've been doing like, I've actually been getting like a decent amount of models done lately. It feels pretty good. Oh yeah, I got a couple of his models. He's been posting stuff lately, and I actually legitimately wonder. Like there was that whole like Games Workshop is suing my ass, and I need to take all the models down. Also, I'm going to be bankrupt. I'm not surprised about the G-dubs making him take the models down. That's expected. I am weirdly wondering if the I'm wondering if the bankruptcy thing was just exaggerated or like memed on, something like that. Because like I feel like if he was absolutely fucking destroyed financially, he wouldn't still be doing basically the same thing but for other game franchises. Like he was doing like Helldiver stuff. I don't know. I would like to imagine that maybe like he lawyered up, and the lawyer's like, Games Workshop, you can't sue this man into bankruptcy for providing models that you yourselves do not sell. Because, like, effectively, Ermeg was a guy that would rip models from Total Warhammer and put them on cults so people could download them. And, like, generally the models that are, like, I think he would still touch them up because you can't exactly just rip a model from a video game. Yeah, I guess he could still be going bankrupt, but I just legitimately kind of wonder the actual, like... I wonder how real that is. Like, if that was a joke, or if that was, like... I can't imagine it was a pity thing. But I do wonder if that was just, like, an exaggeration. But I'm glad he's back, because I don't want anyone's... The idea of somebody's life getting ruined because they decide to put Warhammer models up on cults is ludicrous. Like, if it does turn out to be, like, an exaggeration, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. That up. All right, the boy. Let's see what else we got going on. He's got like a couple of he's got some buttons that I think are just too small for me to realistically like give a shit about. But I think these like little 2 dots. I think I just need to put some more metal on here. So let me take a sip. Oh, metal, there you go. Sometimes when I'm thinking I'll just move my hands, just not, it doesn't do anything. I think just like my body likes the act of moving hands. It just like physicalizes the process of like the neurons activating. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Let's see what we want to do. What do we want to do with like, oh, camera froze. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Hold on, Turnip28. Well, I think the money, from what I understand, he wasn't making money directly from the sculpts, but I think he was making money from a Patreon, which is like one of those, like, that's where things get a little wibbly wobbly. Yeah, Turnip28. I don't know why my camera's been getting so fucky with that lately. I don't know. Like I said, I think I just need to just take it this. I'm gonna just dab like all this like gray splatter off. Yeah, I guess my neutral gray is like. So let's dab that off so it doesn't like leak into other bullshit. Just put the light gray on my. No, I don't know. I had a old man moment where I like got out the gray. Oh no, I think I was gonna dab it off before I put that on. Okay, that explains a lot. There we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to shirts. I don't think necessarily needs another layer of light gray, but I think I'm just going to do it anyway. I do be dabbing. Like if I... Oh god, I just punched my iPad. Probably move that so I don't get paint. I have my iPad on a little swingy thing to the right next to my microphone, so I can control the light controls. I haven't showed you guys how much I can like... Hold on. I can fuck with the lights pretty good. Now, if I do, let's see. 3000 Kelvin. All right. I'm not gonna make it brighter, but like, I can check out the color balance. Like, look. I'm deep inside the Easy Bake Oven now. It is 1,000 billion degrees. The sun is cooking me. I am die. Then I can go back. I could technically move it a little farther to the right, but like there's not that much of a change. I keep it like pretty, even keep it like roughly that mode. This might be a little bit better. I keep it more towards like blue light, white light. I don't know. Keep it more towards that side as opposed to like the kind of more like daylight mimicking light. I like that I got the option though. Like, if I have a mini that is very warm, that might, like, tweaking it a little bit more to the left side and getting that going might be the way to go. Who knows? I got a bicolor light now. I can do anything. I am very powerful. This was legitimately one of the most upgrades I've ever gotten in a while. I think, been using the same lighting setup more or less since the beginning. The cameras have changed, but the lights have stayed the same because I was like, these lights are fine-ish. And then I got this. I'm like, oh no, I was nerfing myself because of lights. Lights were absolutely nerfing me. Now they're not anymore. Yippee! Get around that. Yeah, it's just like one of those things you get comfortable with, and then like once you change it, you're like, oh no, I was a fool. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's possible to get just, like, comfortable with your setup, but then you, like, decide to kind of branch out. You're like, oh, no, I was a fool. Light gray around here as well. Yep. And do I want to get... I think I was trying to, like, leave the top part red, but I think making the top part entirely, like, light gray as well would be a better idea. Yeah, there's like, I went through a couple of like light options. I mostly got this set up because it was like recommended and also it was on sale. 25% off sale when you're looking through light selections. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. Pretty nice. That little bit on there. I guess I could go to the jacket. Yeah, I could touch up the jacket with some of the red. I'm using like a brighter red than I was using previously, but I find that this red spreads a lot easier. Like, I think it's worth. Yeah, when I go to a store, exactly. The big thing too is like I think I mentioned it earlier, but when I was painting, there was one paint job I did where I thought everything was fine because the lights, and then I turned off the lights and went to end the stream. I was like, oh no, this model is woefully undercooked. I spent a lot of time thinking this model was good, and it was not. And Not that it can't be saved, mind you. Like, this isn't, you don't need to be like, oh no, Hal, your model was perfect. Like, no, I fucked up. But those kinds of issues should not be a thing anymore. Oh, yeah, having, like, the light behind you might also, effectively, especially for, like, shadows and stuff, that might kind of, like, fuck with things a little bit. Oh, let's get Okayu back into the mix. Get a little bit more paint on this. Little bits of like where the flesh. Synthetic. I need to take really good care of the synthetic brush because I am enjoying the fuck out of it. Even compared to like the Kalinsky sables, I'm beginning to wonder if I've been swayed to the way of synthetics. But yeah, no, yeah, because like after this, like, let's see, yeah, I gotta get the new lens because I think the lens will mean like I got like a reasonable focus depth with this. If I get the new lens, I believe I should be able to bring like the model to like up to here and just kind of like wiggle it around and keep it like maximum focus. And then that should be everything should be magical and cool. I might want to double check on that though. I think it would still be an improvement, but I need to absolutely be sure that I'm not just gonna accidentally like spin a lot of stuff. How you doing, Atlas? He does kind of got Chorf energy where he's got the big hat, to be fair. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, I'm working on the lad. Let's add a little bit in there. Hey, I can zoom out and show you the kind of the full scope of the project. There we go. So these are the lads that are pushing the cart, and he is gonna slot like right into here. But I don't think he's I don't think he's going to be ready to go today. I might. Because the thing is, like, I guess if I glue him to the base, that would feel more close to being finished. But I know he has so many, like, little recesses and whatnot that if I do that, I'm just going to fuck myself over. So I'm going to do that. Also, not just have yourself a good sleep. I will have fun painting this Chorf. I love him. Love this lad. I actually do. Legitimately, this lad's design was so good that I made an entire Turnip28 like army around him. Like, everything from the color scheme to his weird bulbousness, his extra pointy face. Everything about this was just, like, perfect. He is, like, despite not being, like, this was just made by a guy. I don't have the model ready to go off the top of my head. I could probably find it in my cults if someone would like the STL. But at least for me, this guy is, like, the embodiment of everything I like about Turnip, so I was very happy to paint him. Got that, and then let's fit into older pack. This thing is, I could kind of use the older red as like a little bit of like a. I can use this red as more of a highlight and try to get like around that. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's all good, Pato. Get yourself some dinner and take it easy, yo. Have yourself a good night. I understand it to be getting late. I still got like a decent amount of time tonight. I got a decent amount of painting time left, which is good. Especially because next week, I think when I'm going to do I don't know if I'm going to do a long Saturday painting stream. At the very least, Tuesday will continue to be long painting stream. I've been enjoying the long Tuesday paint. It gets stuff done. Did not get some stuff. Wednesday, sorry, the long Wednesday paint. What are dates? Now, Tuesday's still disco. Tuesday continues to be disco. God, I just unlocked. Everything about day 3 is like... Disco's world feels huge, but even like, it's amazing. It's like, it's effectively like a small kind of city area. And I was like, I feel like I've done a lot, but I've also explored every part of the main town. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the fishing village. Like, oh shit. So much. There's so much in the fishing village, but I've been enjoying myself. I've been enjoying the fuck out of it. I also feel a bit less bad for people, like, I feel like if I'm playing like a long CRPG and someone comes in late, they're gonna be like, I have no idea what's going on. If I say I'm solving a murder and I'm baby cakes the hobo cop, they're like, okay, I can latch on to that. Like someone newer or someone who missed a couple of streams who could be like, okay. Plus, I think most of my viewers have already played this game, so they're just like, what's Hal gonna do? I didn't know you could do that, Hal. And I'm like, I didn't know I could do that either. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen live. but there's like a little line going through that, and I don't know if that needs an extra color. I'm probably not. Do this like a little bit. I have to figure out what I want to do for the feather, because I think the feather was initially supposed to be a brighter red, and I do got some brighter red. Get that, and get a little bit of the. Oh, these metallics separate super quick. Luckily, I've realized that I was like, these metallics, these newer Vallejo metal colors, I'm like, they separate super quick. I hate it. What I really just realized, though, is that just means you just gotta stir them. Like, you just take the brush and I just stir them around, and they're good to go. Like, bam. Okay. They reinvigorate incredibly fast, and that kind of blows my mind. Once again, like after learning that trick, I see why people recommend these paints. Like, at last, I see. That's some other... Debating if I want to go in and try to get... I guess the buttons on the shirt would be easier to get than, like, the buttons. I don't know. We'll figure out what I'm doing with the buttons. Figure out what I'm doing with the buttons later. You know, disco's been fun. And then I'm excited for next week's... I'm excited for next week's Zillow stream. I don't think I've gotten to catch an entire Geop Zillow stream, but the little bits I see seem like they're pretty fun. It's just, it kind of leads you into like one of those things where you don't know how wild the people are around you until you see that sort of physicalized on the internet. You're like, I'm sure everybody's normal, but alas, I am a weirdo freak that likes to do little goofy miniatures, and then you see someone's basement and they're like, yeah, I just did like a life-size statue of Simba. Yeah, why not? Like, what is, huh? But what? You're like, yeah, no, I just like Simba a lot. That's why I got 8 of them. Like, what? And then, like, because, like, it's like you would expect them to be more, like, open about that in public, but they hide it pretty well. They're like, I'm not even weird. I just like Simba. What's up with that? I'm not, what's a, and then you're like, are you a furry? You're like, what's a furry? You know? I'm not capable of that. Yeah, if somebody had a Simba statue, I could be like, you know what? I bet Simba inspired you. If somebody had a Nala statue, I'm like, you have came on that statue. That statue under a black light would tell so many tales. I would absolutely. I think it'd be cool to paint a life-size statue of anything, really. I think that'd be fun to do. Especially because I got an airbrush. It's technically like not entirely feasible to do so. About her life-size ass. I feel like I could do a level of professionalism painting Kerrigan's ass. I think I could do that. Is there like somebody with a life-size Kerrigan statue? Sometimes you do run into people like that, Rufus. Like, there are people that, like, on paper should be furries, and then they just don't know. They just, like, they would be nascent. They're nascent furries that were just never, like, on the internet. Stuff like that. Supposed to face with Shirley Temple. Ooh. That's a weird one to have that. I was like, oh, Stater Kevin. How you doing? Welcome. Airbrush main and cover stencil. I can see, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. As a logistics thing, that makes a lot of sense. I should do the sleeves dark gray. But like, at the very least right now, I can just do a layer of red if I figure out the coating of everything. How you doing? Well, not too bad. There was one a long time ago. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. It's about being weird. It do be like that. There's also just like the internet, like the deep internet has like a very, like when I say deep internet, and I actually do wonder about this. So like, there used to be incredibly hyper-specific weirdo websites. And I imagine all of those have like retreated to Discords, right? And I really wonder what that kind of creates. Because like these communities were also effectively like super deep into the ether, just doing their own thing. Like you would never run into them through normal internet browsing. But with Discords, you would definitely never do. Like I'm trying to think of, like, there was a community of people that really liked inhaling car exhaust. Like there was a guy that would like, I put on a gas mask and hook it up to a radiator. And these guys were British, by the way. This is all like a British thing. They would just like pump like exhaust into each other's faces. How are you doing, Fro? Welcome. Well, I don't even know if it's like you have to know someone. I'm sure a lot of them are open, but I also do wonder if like, I don't think you can organically stumble upon them. difficulty. Losing air with stress over in person. Oh, I would absolutely believe that. I would not be surprised if it's like, especially if it's like from what I understand, I was far too old for when Warrior Cats came out, but from what I have seen about, trying to figure out like where this little like undercloth terminates. Everything I have seen about Warrior Cats people, they are very intense. Like the VTubers I know who grew up in like Warrior Cats RP communities are some of the most like psychotic individuals I've ever heard of, which is saying something. And I'm not saying that like Moss, that you are psychotic. Era's another example too. Like, I'm saying that, like, it sounds like they came back from, like, the digital version of Nam. And I'm like, man. Because I also know that if I knew about that growing up, I would have absolutely been that community. I used to carry around a stuffed cat all the time. That was named after my actual cat. I had a cat named Duncan. He was a black and white cat. And I had a stuffed toy that I called Duncan because I guess I was an uncreative hack. I don't know why. I think it's because I like the idea of bringing a effigy of my cat places where my cat could not go. Like, he was an indoor cat until we had to make him an outdoor cat, and then he acclimatized quick. Like, this motherfucker was one of the fattest cats you have ever seen, and as soon as we let the cat outside, he was already, like, killing and eating birds. I was like, you were just waiting. You were just waiting to go full Rambo outdoors. We gave the local vermin population a couple years head start by keeping you inside eating your sister's food. Because that's how he got fat. We didn't overfeed him. Is that we had 2 cats and then he ate my sister's cat's food. And he became large. And her cat did not. But yeah, I've always liked cats too. So I know if Warrior Cats was available to me in my early internet, I would have absolutely joined and gotten obsessed. I got obsessed with Pokemon. I've gotten obsessed with video games. I got obsessed. Basically, every time I develop a hobby, it becomes an obsession. I don't think I ever reach a point where I am chill with my hobbies. And like, this might seem chill, but you gotta understand. I got back into mini painting roughly 5 years ago. At end of 2019. I'm a miniature painting VTuber now. Like, that's the level. That's the level I operate at. I continue to remind everyone, I became a VTuber so I'd be more consistent with painting. That is a wild fucking thing to do. Oh god, there's a lot. I know the books I grew up reading were Dragonlance, which is also bananas. So Dragonlance is another fantasy series, legitimately a D&D, kind of like Forgotten Realms. It's not in the Forgotten Realms, but it's that kind of like, this was an official D&D setting, but they also had, I think they were kind of like the first one to really do the, like, we have a plot in our campaign setting, and here's a bunch of named characters and stuff like that. I've met a lot of nice people because I'm a goofy little painter, man. Unironically, it is. Like, that's not even a joke. Painting has led to many friends along the way. It's been great. Alright. Oh, yeah, no, it absolutely is. I mean, more like in the context of, like, explaining Dragonlance to someone who knows Forgotten Realms, but barely. But it was definitely, like, way more niche. Like, I think it was more popular in the 80s. But my little podunk town had no Forgotten Realms book. Boy, howdy, did we have the Dragonlance stuff. Boy, did we have a lot of Dragonlance nonsense. And I remember reading those. It was that. I read Harry Potter till the 4th book, and then I stopped. And I don't think I was ever at risk of becoming a Harry Potter adult. If there's one thing that I can just, like, every day thank my stars and garters, I'm glad that J.K. Rowling went off her shits, because it means that amongst the millennial age group, it really killed the fuck out of the vast majority of Harry Potter adults. Like, she says heinous things, don't get me wrong, but the fact that I no longer have to go to a party and have millennial dorks my age talk about what Harry Potter house they think they belong to, fantastic. Good shit. Absolutely amazing. See, I never got into Aragon because a friend of mine was a big Aragon hater. So she's like, no, this book is trash. And I'm like, I'll take your word for it. I I don't, that confuses me. If I had $1 billion, if I had $100,000, I would be doing so much shit with that. Oh my God. So, and I keep running into this too, where like you just see people with a ludicrous amount of money, but like, are there creative millionaires? Yes. But a lot of times if you're the kind of person that does the things that would get you ludicrously rich, you're not the brightest. Or like, you're not the most like, you don't really have a huge creative spark. Like I consider like, Kojima's probably a millionaire. Kojima's probably relatively rich. But he's spending all of his money on like hanging out with fun celebrities and making weird ass games. I'm like, God bless him for that. I'm sure it was trash, but like, I'm not saying I would never touch a computer again, but I would absolutely not be like, I'm sad on Twitter. Bleh. Like, I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would do that with no money, mind you, but if I had $1 billion, I would be funding all the coolest shit. I would be like, I have $1 billion. I'm gonna make anime. I'm gonna fund anime adaptations of shit I like. I am going to like go to small theaters and look for actors who are just getting their start out and just like, I really like the idea of being like a fairy godfather kind of thing, where it's just like, I would love to be the guy that rolls into like a little person like, I'm working on this little Kickstarter project. I'm trying my best. And I just fucking like, here you go. Here's a bunch of money. Go do it. Go do what you got to do. Like, I don't care if I get a return on my investment. I assume in this reality, I would have like reasonable self-sustaining funds. The idea of infinitely accumulating wealth is just alien to me. I don't know why you would do that. You get all this money. Use it on cool shit. Like, I don't need a boat. I don't need a gigantic house. I would like to fund shit that I think is cool. Oh yeah, I would love to get a custom suit of real armor right now. I've actually legitimately considered the idea of like if I ever did more convention things, like how much would it take for me to get a set of full plate? I did not watch Brewster's Millions, no. Isn't that the one where it's like Brewster gets like $1 million but has to spend it within 30 days or the money goes away and he has to pay it back or something like that? Isn't it like something to that degree? I don't know if I've actually seen the movie, but I think I know the premise. I could be wrong though. Please correct me if I fucked up the premise. There we go. What is the CJ box? There we go. And like pretty good progress on the lad. Yeah, he's to waste a small piece of inheritance to get the rest. Ah, gotcha. That's one of those things too. That's such a boy howdy, I feel like it'd be incredibly easy to waste that level of money. Like, I understand at the time of as a movie that's like, oh, what will I ever spend all this money on? I'm like, I have a bulleted list ready to go. Honestly, if you want to do the most boring thing with that, just be like, yeah, I buy real estate. I buy real estate, and then, okay, then I get the rest of my money. Like, if I had to do, like, the most boring speed run of that. Let's see, rare examples of modern literature written for men. Eh? I mean, modern literature written for men. I feel like that's not that uncommon. Eh? Okay, I'm sure you would, Cider. I imagine you'd probably get one of those, like, hyper expensive kimono ones, like, made by, like, the finest Japanese furry smiths. And an iceberg to Saudi Arabia makes money. Oh, I guess that's the thing too, is you can't make money. Oh, okay, so you do have to waste it, I guess. I guess a building would make you revenue. Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah, to watch it. I don't know. I have so many other things I need to watch these days. Like, I'm beginning to the point where I'm realizing, like, I'm probably gonna never get around to this thing. That's fine. I'm just gonna remove it from the list of things I need to watch. I don't know what I would do. Rent out a stadium and then charge nothing. I don't know. There's probably some way to do that. Oh yeah, Discworld's another series that I know deep in my heart that I will love, but I have not sat down and read too many. Let's see, there we go. I'd buy, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I would buy I would buy the entirety of Games Workshop stock. Because that would result in me having no money. There we go. I'm actually curious, like, that's a YouTube video. Assuming that I won the lottery, if I was to go to Games Workshop and buy every model they have in stock, how much would that cost me? There we go. That could be fun. I guess tipping limits make sense too, because you could be like, "Hell, here you go, waitress. Here's $1 million. Here you go." Yeah, the in-stock thing gets a little crazy. Like, I don't know. I guess probably the easier qualifier would be like, the model has to be in stock and you have to buy exactly one, because otherwise you don't know how many versions there would be on there. You know, this turned out pretty good. Oh, look at the lad. Look at him. I think there's like, I need to fix his like fucked up back skin. That's a hello, Bapskleet. How you doing? Oh! Oh shit, really? Oh my god. Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's see. Hold on. Let me grab him so I can show people. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Fuck yeah, let's go. Hold on. I'm not ignoring you. I'm gonna grab the model and show people. Hold on. All right, I got the spirit has left my body. I've returned. All right, I'm guessing just to double check. Let's see. Do you mean just to double check? Yield Candle guy, is this him? I believe he's the one that feels the most executionary because he's got the axe. Fuck yeah, let's go. Thank you. I'm glad. Honestly, assuming this is the right one. No. Oh, fuck yeah. I just want to make sure I got the right one. Good shit. Good shit. I think let me check my cult so I can link everybody that helmet. Honestly, this is a test run because I kind of want to use this helmet for some, what's it called? For the Stormcast side. I do a lot of alternate helmets for Stormcast things. So let me get that up real quick, and I will make sure that you get properly linked because you did a cool thing. Let's see. That candle helmet. There we go. All right, let me get this going. All right, if you would like to do this, also it's only like 50 euro cents. I don't know what's a proper thing is for that. There we go. But yeah, no derailments. No worries. All right, there we go. It's a very good helmet. I will definitely be using this for other projects. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to catch that. And like, yeah, because I think weirdly enough, the one with all these lads, my cult without feet, the lost souls have been like doing pretty well on Twitter. So fuck yeah, let's go. How you doing? How you doing, Bapskleet? Bapskleet. You do not know me. I am Howernut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety, and I'm doing some turnip stuff today. Currently, I am working on a Rootshrine, which I can kind of zoom out and show. So, there we go. Here's most of the Rootshrine. This guy's eventually going to get like lodged in like right there. And then I want to do some other kind of like, well, I also want to kind of do some extra like texturing and streaking grime washes and stuff like that. But that's a general gist of what we're doing today. But yeah. I was glad you were able to see your thing. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, this is the zoom in. Good shit. Expect to see that helmet used on a lot of Stormcast. I am getting the Skaven Tide box set, and I do not like the default Skaven. I like the default Skaven helmets. Those are fuck. The default Stormcast helmets, I'm not a big fan of. I basically swap those out all the time, and it produces a much better looking model, in my opinion. If you like them, that's fine. I just think they look better with alternates. Yeah, the weird, like, the thing is, like, I think the proportions are good. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about that new, like, bar nose, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that quite just yet. I didn't get the front part of the hat. There it is getting like nice and properly painted. I guess I could even do like, The layers. I think it's because I'm doing this relatively thin, so it's like I haven't gotten like the most layer build up for this yet. But yeah, I do be a serial yapper. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like, if I built up any skill during my mini painting career, it's being able to talk while painting, which is fun. It'd be fun. Oh yeah, I still have been looking at some of the Puppets War stuff for like maybe some potential orky things. Apparently next month's Puppets War Tribe is doing a Emperor of Mankind orc with a little Custodes, like a little Custodes little goblin banner guy. I think it's supposed to be like a Grayskull and like the little flag bearer dude your Grayskull has, but I think that's supposed to be like a Custodes kind of joke. I do want to kind of maybe one day make the Mordorks, but it's I gotta. Also, hello Warhawk, how you doing? Yeah, I've heard about them for a while, but I've only really started looking at them for bits recently. I've been kind of looking a lot more into what bunch of bits have. There's like the Onimusha, not Onimusha, oh yeah, I didn't show you guys my crab. Hold on, one of the crabs has been glued together. He's not done yet. Look at this big boy. Look at this fucking big crab. Look at him. Look at Crab. I need to like do some gap filling and whatnot. And you're probably gonna be like, Hal? Why is there just like legs attached to the crab? And I can explain. Also, there's like a little bit of dust on him. I want to make it so normally in Turnip, when you have the Feast of Charybdis, you have a bunch of dudes riding the back. I want to do the idea that there's a bunch of dudes who have like fused into the shell, kind of like Elden Ring style. So I want to do like a little bit of like kind of like a meat kind of bubble around them, so they're just kind of like merged in. Like they're not having a good time being part of this crab. Oh, cute little thing. Very hefty. Like it's like I guess there's a decent like. Eventually, this thing in the Rootshrine could be like battlefield opponents, and like they're just playing with. I'm just playing with toys on stream. I love being a fucking mini painting VTuber. I sit around and play with action figures that I make, and everyone's like, wow, good job, yippee. Yeah. Apparently, without any sort of planning whatsoever, my entire Turnip28 group, minus one guy, has ready to go scuttlers. Like, I guess everybody just looked through the list and they're like, the crabs, they speak to me. And now I'm like, well, I want to fit in with the cool kids club. I want crabs. and so I was like, how do I make my own twist on them though? Hideous fused crabs. There we go. And let's also brighten up this. These feathers were originally going to be brighter than the body, and now that the rest of the body is brighter, make these real fucking bright. Could this technically make them a different color to make them stick out? But I do think maybe like a little bit of like keeping the palette kind of more limited might be kind of nice. There we go. Yeah, crab is the ideal form. There's a vast, complicated series of steps, and they all lead the crab. So yeah, get me a card that lets me get anything. Ooh. That would be nice, honestly, just to be able to just like roll up. I think that's kind of nice thing just to like. Not that I live my day worrying about finances, but I do think if instead of being a sad billionaire, I do think legitimately if I had $1 million, like $1 billion, like fucking like all these other like weirdos online, I'd be like, you could post a clip, go for it, go nuts. If it's like an external clip, I probably won't be able to watch it, but I could check it out later. Oh fuck yeah! Appreciate getting the clip. Thank you. I will set that aside so I can. Let's see. I think I gotta like set those to be like featured clips. I need to do that more. I'm very bad at setting featured clips, but I do need to do that more. Thank you though. Snail faction. I mean, if you have like a mini of snails, I do think the snail knights are very cool. I do have one 3D printed snail that I'm not using for the snail knights. Here, let me show you what I want to use the snail for. He is very, very early in this process. Let me get all the red on these feathers, and then I will show you the snail. I'll show you all the snail. Trying to get into the various crevices of this asshole. There we go. Mr. Warlock, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. I mean, I say weird shit all the time, so that's not even weird. I was talking about somebody theoretically jerking off to a Nala statue, so that's whatever. So yeah, this is the snail. There we go. This is a snail. It is from One Page Rules. Here's a rocket battery, also from One Page Rules. And you're like, oh cool, snail rocket battery. This is why he's not done yet, because I have plans. I got plans. I got plans. I want plans. I got so many plans. Cause like there's a cult called the Saint. Oh, hold on, I missed one too. It's called Saint Almet's Rocket Battery. And the idea is that you fire a bunch of rockets kind of willy-nilly. I also got this guy too. Look at him. Look at this lad. He is a kit bash between a couple of different models, but he's lighting the torch. He is the guy who's manning the snail. That's an understandable thing to get weirded out by. There is kind of, the mollusk does kind of have a strange nature to it. So I could see having like a kind of aversion to them. I think it's cool just to be like, I don't like snails, but I'm intrigued by them for a war game. I think that's a power move. Oh, I love Horticulus Slimux. I love him. I got one kicking around. It was one of the earlier models I painted, so it's like very jank compared to my newer stuff. But I still generally like the way that he turned out. Yeah, I could do a full crew, but I also like to just one crazy bastard operates the snail. It's like, what are you doing? He's mine. He's my boy, my lad. I'm the only one that fires the snail. Before the battle, I load the snail, I feed the snail, I read him bedtime stories, and then during the battle, when we go to war, I fire all the rockets. But some of them can actually ricochet. So the big thing about the cult that gives you access to that, your rockets inflict more panic compared to regular shooting something. And rockets have a chance to ricochet. So you basically spend the entire game making your opponent shit their pants because of a ludicrous amount of rockets. As I am the snail tender, it is my job. Like my father before me and my father before his father before him. I make sure the snail is well kept. I don't know why I did that voice. I feel like that's the appropriate voice of a guy that raises a snail. Like, I love that snail. I would give my left leg for that snail. I love him. I named him Jerry. Also, Steve, have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. Have a good rest. Have yourself a good rest. Look at him. Look at the lad. I guess while he's drying. I still think I'm gonna need to give a couple different. It's just like a little. It's got like a little lantern that I've done nothing with. Like I said, I don't think he's gonna get done today. Let's look at these lads. Let's look at the lads. Now that the lads have like a distinct here we go. Now that the lads have like a set position, I can kind of tweak some of the colors around that. But yeah, have yourself a good sleep. Dream of rockets and snails and whatnot. Oh, I know what we could do too. I know one thing I could do. We don't got the craziest amount of time left. How about I have some fun? How about we use some jars of dirt? Yeehaw, it's dirt time, motherfuckers. I'm gonna use the Vallejo earth texture. This dark earth, this is dark earth, yeah. I usually paint over it, but I do like the base dark earth color a decent amount. There we go. Jar. I got several jars. There we go. So we got this. I got the Games Workshop texture tool. No one should buy this. This is stupid. I bought this when I was dumb. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply dirt to like their feet. And kind of just move it around their soles and whatnot. just try to increase try to like fix a little bit of the issues I did, and also this will kind of like make them feel more natural in the diorama. The voice for Zora in the Bears games. I don't know if I heard that one. I mean, fair point. I mean, I legitimately, when I got back into the hobby, I did get a lot of G-Dubs products that I don't need. Like, I got a Games Workshop priming stick. By the way, don't buy the Games Workshop priming stick. It's dumb. Nobody should buy that. But I own it, and it's a stick with a handle. And, like, I'm not going to throw it away, because the stick with a handle is still a stick with a handle. It does serve a purpose, but I don't buy that kind of bullshit from G-Dubs. I'm not buying, like, their, like, ergonomic handles or, like, Games Workshop brand glue, because nobody needs that. So, you know, like, when you're priming models, you probably, like, do it in, like, what's it called? You probably do it on top of, like inside a cardboard box, or you use just, like, a painter stick and you just tape them on there. Yeah, the Games Workshop one was like, what if you used rubber bands? And the idea with that was like, I was like, okay, that sounds good. It's like, you waste less materials. That's not true. Those rubber bands get covered with primers so quickly they become brittle almost instantly. And yes, you could buy rubber bands. That's not the point. The point is you never, like, blue tack basically does all that anyway. So there's no reason to do it. Yeah, it's like, a lot of Games Workshop stuff isn't bad. It's overpriced. Like, it does what you want it to do, except for those fucking rubber bands. But it is absolutely overpriced for the thing you buy. I'm gonna crust up the wheels and, like, maybe even, like, the bottom of his pants quite a bit. Yeah. The Games Workshop water cup, I do have a couple of those. I actually switched to my sponsor Squids actually got me hooked on this. It's like this little silicone water container that's got a what's it called? There we go. It's like a little silicone ring inside of a cup, and it's very nice for, like, cleaning the brush. I got 2 of those. I got one of them for oils, which I keep mineral spirits in at all times, also because I can seal it. And the other one I use for my non-metallics, and it's worked pretty well. Sounds nothing but them sometimes. Oh yeah, I've never seen Proacryl in stores. I've been using some Proacryl paints tonight. I just assumed that it's one of those brands you gotta buy online, unless you're incredibly lucky, or you go to, like, a convention or something like that. Oh, why am I using the wide end? Need the wide end. Yeah, I typically, if I'm ordering online, I'll probably do, like, Proacryl, or, like, I know some AK Interactive paints are pretty baller. But if I'm in the store, I'm probably doing Vallejo, like, 9 times out of 10. Outside of a couple of G-Dubs colors I just cannot recreate, like, what's it called? Warplock Bronze. I love Warplock Bronze. Let's just use this brush to kind of, like, feather the dirt a little bit more. There we go. I can even get, like, I can even put, like, a little bit of dirt on, like, the. I'll worry about getting, like, everything else first before I tape it too much. Muddy up his cloak, get the bottom of his legs, get, like, the inside. Basically, want it to look like that, like, he's just constantly, like, tumbling ass first into the mud. There we go. Hello, just when I tried and enjoyed it sadly. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, certain countries have like very unfortunate stocks of things. That does suck. I understand your plight. It sounds fucking awful. Punch. Normally, I don't go this in depth for trying to apply dirt to dudes, but I'm like, this guy is pretty much like. I imagine these guys are stumbling, like, ass backwards into the muck, like, every couple of minutes. There we go. So there we go. I'm, like, painting on grime. There we go. I think that's turned out pretty good. Yeah, I do love Warplock. Warplock Bronze is the one color I haven't found. I've tried a couple of like substitutes, and it's never quite the same. It's never quite the same. Soft light. I think those get mentioned every now and then. I've not gotten to try them either. Why am I using the applicator? It's like I'm having an easier time just painting on the dirt at this point. There we go. So primary space is so vivid. Oh yeah, I know for Pro Acryl, like Louise Sugden released her line, which is like supposed to be able to mix and match a bunch of other colors. So I'm also just having fun, just like I'm just dirting up this cart. No one's gonna see the underside of this. No one's ever gonna see the underside of this cart a whole lot, but I think I'm just gonna like. There we go. Having fun. This is what I'm talking about where I like griming shit up. There we go. Well, it's crazy impressive. If I ever am in that region, I'll have to go there. I'm very blessed that my LGS is like reasonably solid. I have an LGS where people play games that aren't like that are not just like G-dub stuff, which is really, really nice. Am I even okay? So I guess at this point the pink tone I spent time building up is not even that big of a deal. I don't want to say the name of my home store, but like it's a very good store. I'm a big fan. I think him I'm going to keep a little bit less, like, dirty, but this guy I'm definitely going to do more like... there we go. It's squid. No, squid. I don't live in Florida, even though, like, basically most of my viewers... Florida and Canada, I have a surprisingly large amount of viewers there. It's very interesting. I would love to go to... If I ever go to Florida... I've been to Florida in the past. It's been years. I would love to go to Florida again one of these days. The tank to drive me. Basically, yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I think I'm gonna like. It's gonna seem weird that I'm like dry brushing dirt on top of dirt, especially because this is already the dirt texture. But I want the mud to kind of blend in. Like the idea that I eventually want to do is I want these sides to be dry, but I want to eventually make the top wet. So I think doing it this way will kind of imply that, like, this is dirt, and, like, this is more like mud. Ah! No! Sunny Florida? Oh, fuck yeah. Like, I legitimately, the last time I went to Florida, I was... Fucker. I think I was 8 years old? It's been a while. There we go. I had a fun time. I was visiting relatives. I got to see a lemon that was about the size of a basketball, which was like not even like a rare lemon. Like people were just like, no, this lemon tree just makes lemons that like are the size of your head. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because prior to that point, I was like, yeah, I know what a lemon looks like. They're like tiny. They're like, no, we got big lemons here. Like, what the fuck? How did I just find out about this? I wish I got to keep it too. So I little baby Hal looks at like one day I will make some sort of like porcine creature out of this. I can feel it in my bones. I'll make some sort of lemon boar. No, that's not right. I think I'm just gonna even apply a couple like... I know I did the stones, but I'm gonna apply dirt to the stones as well. I basically want the impression that like everything about this, like pushing this cart fucking sucks. So I think like the more I can just kind of cake some things with this dirt, I think the better this is going to look. Those lemons the size of baby heads. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, a sweet lemon sounds excellent. I don't know if I've had like a proper sweet lemon in my life. Let's get some more on the back of this cart and then you. I'm just kind of just going willy-nilly. I might be going a bit overboard, but fuck it. Like really gunk up the tires too. Like why am I keeping the outsides pure? There we go. Let's hit the rims. Like feather it up a bit more. All right, there we go. I think this is good. I think that I'm gonna put the dirt away. I think I got the effect I wanted. Let me put this away and kind of show you. Oh, I'm excited how this is gonna turn out. Oh, I'm very excited. He won't be done today. Absolutely won't. Oh shit, time's up anyway. Okay. Well, let me do like a quick little overview of what this is gonna look like. So we got like Eventually the plans too, as I got like a bit of a squeak in there. There we go. There we go. The plan is I need to finish this boy up. Maybe I'll try to get this knocked out next week because I'm very close. I'm very, very, very close. And then I'm going to set him on there. There we go. And then... Excellent. All right. And with that, I think I am going to end the stream. So let's go to the outro screen. Yippee! Lemon porks. Oh god, just like so many lemon. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before I make like little mini pigs. Yeah, my weekend streams are a bit shorter. I need to figure out what to do with that. I would like to have a little bit more time for weekend streams. I need to figure something out. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad you're feeling better. Fuck yeah, take it easy. Do not burn yourself out with that fever. Schedule wise, here's what's going on. Let's see. Tuesday, more disco. Wednesday, more mini painting. I don't know what I'm painting yet. Thursday, movie night. I already know what movie we're going to be watching. It is going to be At the Earth's Core. We're still kind of on the Jules Verne kick made by the same director. I'm very excited about it. On Saturday, I will be doing mini painting because on Sunday, I will be doing a stream. What's it called? I will be on Geop stream doing some Zillow nonsense. So that should be a lot of fun. So hell fucking yeah. And let me see who is online right now. Oh yeah. I didn't know Hinya played Total War. We could raid Hinya. Or Hanya, my bad. Hanya is, I think I've raided her a couple times. I know she's in the same group as Jets, and there are like very nice people. Let's see, I will go ahead. I usually do watch the stream clips off stream, just so I can like not interrupt the flow, but I do want to see those. So I will definitely take a look at them right after. So I'm going to say bye-bye everybody on YouTube. I will see you on Wednesday, YouTube people. Bye-bye, YouTubers.